Happy Thursday to her.
Happy Thursday, Consuela.
And this isn't Fliff.
No, this is the 50.
And I don't sound like I'm on a crap phone call.
And you're actually here.
I'm here with a cold, which is why I sound congested. But I'll take congested and clear mic than crappy phone call quality any day.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. I was thrilled we were able to pull that off anyway.
Oh yeah, no, it was. I enjoyed doing it, and listening back to it, it was a little painful for me because I want to sound better than that, but it is what it is.
I felt the same way about the one that I had to phone in.
yeah, you know, that's how things go.
Yep.
So we're here at the 50, and normally we do like the style credits. Now I did not prepare myself properly, you know, normally I take a screenshot or whatever, but I think I can get it. I think we can sort out what's happening with what we're wearing. So okay. I'll go first because I usually do, and I usually take longer. Please do. I like to start at the top, and I like to call out Fliff designers. So at the very top, I am wearing Stealthic. So this is the hair that you sent me from the last round of the Fliff. Yes. And I love it. I'm rocking my salt and pepper because that's what's happening to me in RL.
Yeah, the one where you kept saying, no, I want this color. No, I want this color.
Right. I'm like, no, naturals, no, brown, no, wait, the black and white. And you're like, I should have gotten you the fat pack. I'm like, I don't wear all those colors. But I will wear this one. This is what I've been more inclined to of late. So I think it looks great. Probably safe to buy me the black and whites of anything if that's what's happening. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. And then if I come down to my face, we both are rocking some Alt 3. And I believe she called it Hoarfrost, right?
Yes, Hoarfrost, and we were wearing the Glacier set.
Yes. And so that Glacier is on the face, on the ears, on the body. I am wearing the materials because of Reborn, but you don't have the materials version on because of Jake.
Correct.
So, and my camera's going wonky. So we're rocking some Alt 3, and then I have Alt 3 lips on from the vinyl collection because I just really love Zipper's lipsticks. Like hers are one of my favorites for sure. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Zipper's chubby fat cousin, like chubby old cousin. That's what it is. I like her lipsticks a lot. I've seen a lot of different lipsticks, and some of them they're not shaded quite right for me. So I often
those look fantastic.
Default to Zipper's lipsticks. So this is vinyl lips. And then we're both rocking Andore on the ears, which is called, remind me what it's called?
Winter Sky.
Winter Sky. They're lovely. And I also always have my Zipper lashes on. I forget which ones these are, but they're all 3 lashes. I love them. And let's see. The big news as we cam down is that this dress is Valentina.E.
That was so exciting.
Oh my God. I was like, Valentina, listen to me. My Christmas wish came true.
Yes.
So I was very excited. So I'm rocking the Valentina.E dress. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. I just knew it was Valentina.E because I saw it and I was like, sold.
It's the Align dress.
Align. I like the cutout. That's why I'm wearing like my one tattoo, because that part of me was like still just kind of bare because I didn't want to interfere. I usually wear some other tattoos, but because we were featuring Zipper's bomb layer, that I didn't want the tattoos to collide with that, but I like that one right there. Also, I'm very much feeling this tattoo because I've always worn it because it's an hourglass, and there's a reason, right? Like I'm in this perpetual state of pregnancy because of a writing project, and the writing project must be completed by May.
Yes.
So that's why I just like this like hourglass right there. It's gonna happen. So yes, Valentina.E, love it. Then I have and then my hand just moved, which reminds me of another thing I have to call out. I still have my Yummy ring on, which I love. I just keep changing the colors of it. And I have my
super customizable
frosted windows because Aubrey Snoodle of Vici was like, OMG, that's a typo. I'm like, yeah, we knew it wasn't frosted winfos. But I'm wearing the frosted windows nails from Vici.
Yes.
Because it was perfect for this. So they got those on. And so this is a good pose to model the ring as well from Yummy. And then speaking of poses, I grabbed the poses that are available here and that were available in the last round of the fliff. Because as always, my HUD is a combination, my AO is a combination of Lyrium and Oh My. So that's whose poses I'm rocking right now. So of Lyrium's, I believe the sets were, did I write it down? Yes. Layla and Daisy. And those are both available here. And I pulled out the curvy versions of the poses in there because I always call out Lyrium for offering those curvy poses. Hey, look, there's another pregnant chick here. It's like the second one we've seen. It's in the air. But and then the Oh My ones, I have Haley that you got me from Fliff when I had to phone it in. And Jolene, which is here at the 50. And one of the things, I can't remember which Jolene pose it is, but there is like a leg animation in one of the poses that I really like. Because as I've observed, the legs are pretty static. Like they'll move, like I'm, in a pose now. But the legs after that don't really do much. Like the hands, my fingers will move or the arm will move out a little bit or whatever. But the legs pretty much stay where they are. But I like that Oh My tossed in kind of a leg wiggle in one of the Jolene poses. It just stood out to me. And I was
it looks really good.
I love it. So I really enjoyed that. So good job on that, Oh My. And if I go down further, my shoes are actually, they are Pure Poison. And Pure Poison has been on Fliff, typically.
Yes.
And so, and then I think that covers everything Fliff-wise. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's all of your Fliff.
Okay, so how about you? And I called out some of yours because you and I are wearing some similar things.
Yes. So I am wearing. Let me just mention also because I didn't notice I noticed something you didn't call out. Which is you've got your quirky horns on.
Right. I knew I skipped that going down. These are my quirky glass horns picked up on a Fliff. Thank you for calling that out. Oh, there's the leg wiggle. You see it?
Oh yeah.
I love that. Wiggle. That's the Oh My Jolene leg wiggle.
It looks really good.
Yeah, look at how much. You don't usually get that much leg movement with your more static, like breathing poses.
Yeah. And
that's enough movement. I don't, I know you and I have talked about before that we moved away from like wandering AOs, which is true. But a little bit more movement in a static pose like this, I love.
Yep. Agreed.
Very natural. Agreed. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, so I, of course, am a little more limited in what I can do, but I did look through the Fliff creators to see if I could pull a look together with them, and I settled on Masu.
Okay.
So, Masu, I don't think it's a new item, but this is their Jerry jacket and their Ethan pants.
Okay. I like it.
And, of course, I am also wearing the All-3 Hoarfrost and the Winter Sky ears from Andore. I was, for, a long stretch there, wearing the Almay nails, but took those off for this. But yeah, so those are the only Fliff Creator things that I am wearing.
And you look dashingly handsome, as always. I'm a very lucky girl.
Thank you.
All right, so as we've said, we're at the Flifty, as we like to call it. I'm going to bring up the Seraphim website because I do have that ready. So we'll pull that up. And I enjoyed the title because it's not Anna Banana who normally does the Flifty. I don't know if it's always Addie or if it's someone else, but she named it "The Stockings Were Hung at the 50 with Care." I thought that was adorable.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then, so they've got their little Polaroids and stuff. So it opened, actually, it looks like it opened on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day, because usually it opens the 25th. But according to Seraphim, to Addie, it was open on the 24th. And this round will close January 20th. So you still have a good amount of time to come get the deals at the 50. And I also should say up front that, because sometimes people will be confused about this, that the 50 is not 50 Lindens. So it's designers that are in the Fliff family. But this is typically full price new releases. So just be aware of that, because it seems like every time we come, or every so often, somebody's complaining about how things aren't 50 Lindens.
True.
So this is not a sale event.
Of creators that you can encounter on Fridays when you're shopping Fliff, but it's all very good stuff here. And
yes.
So.
Yes, for sure. So we've got all the little Polaroids here. I will link this in the description so you can have the Seraphim gallery to view as well if needed. But yeah, so I'm just showing that off right now, and then I will put it away. All right. So anything else we need to talk about before we get started?
I don't think so.
Okay. So are we just diving into it, or am I blanking out?
Yeah, let's just dive right into it.
Okay.
I can just haul you right over to our first vendor here.
Let's take a look. It's Equal.
We have Equal.
And, I didn't see this other shoe. I saw the boot, and that's a 50 exclusive. And that's Anaya boots, which are adorable, but would not go with my dress.
Very good snow boot.
Yeah. And then the other is the Beth platforms, which I'm pretty sure I don't have, and I want. So I will let you go through the pricing.
All right, so the exclusive, the Anaya boots, they are $200 for an individual color, $170 if you are an Equal shopper. For fat packs, you can get it for $700 or $600 if you are an Equal shopper. So let's look at the Beth platforms. Looks very similar, so they're $200 and $170 for a single color, and $700 and $600 for the fat pack.
Very nice. And as always, I encourage people to be an Equal shopper, because there are some discounts to be had.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Are we ready for the next?
Mm-hmm. We've got Pixicat.
Pixicat. And they have the Audrey dress. And it looks like
it's lovely.
It does. It was very close. I was either going to wear this or Valentina.E, but there's no way I could pass up Valentina.E after all my bitching. Every time we go to Fliff and it's Valentina.E, and it's just never for me. And this girl behind us, is she wearing it? Is that it? Or it's
definitely looks
different.
Like it.
No, that's different.
Yeah, it's different.
And is she the same pregnant friend we saw before? Or is she not pregnant? I can't tell. She got a little belly.
No, she's not the same as we saw before.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just belly fixated.
Yes.
Anyway, focusing on the item. Pixicat, Audrey dress. Maitreya, Legacy, Hourglass, Freya, and Reborn. So I'm in. But you can get all the colors individually or fat pack, so I will leave that to you.
And there's some nice patterns in there, too.
There are.
Yeah. Okay, so you can get an individual color for $250, or you can get the entire set of Audrey dresses for $1,200.
And we were just talking about putting together a New Year's look, because we have to figure out what we're going to do with our New Year's. But I could definitely see rocking this.
Oh, definitely.
So, all right.
All right.
Are we ready? Yes.
We are.
Alt 3 zipper. I always get excited when I see Alt 3. Okay.
Yes.
So
this is what we are wearing.
Yes. Hoarfrost.
Hoarfrost.
And now the other items are a velour update of Harlow, which was the skin that she had available the last round of the 50. Right. And then on this one, is a fantasy update for Raven.
Hmm.
And so you get those fantasy colors.
Yeah,
So,
for the Velour Fantasy line.
yes. So do you want to break down pricing for us?
Sure. So the Hoarfrost, which is the featured item, let's see. You can get it. Looks like you can buy it by body for 300 per body. You can get all of the bodies for 1,000, and then there's this, of course, the upgrade pack to support mods for like maze and all that.
And you know, I need that. I am a girl
always.
of mods for sure.
And it's only 100 to upgrade for mods.
Okay, very good.
Yep. So let's see. We have the Velour update for Harlow, and it looks like you can get that for $550 per skin. You can also get all of the either fantasy or naturals for $2,600.
Okay.
And then over on the Raven, so they don't have naturals for that. Apparently, it's a group gift.
That's
at the
fantastic.
main store. So that's fun. But they have individual colors for $550 and the fat pack for $2,600.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely encourage people to join the group. And yes, I'm biased, but it's worth it. So.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Ready for the next?
Yes.
It's Candydoll.
Candydoll.
And what do we have?
This looks like
Dolce? Dolce. Is that how you say that?
Dolce.
Well, Dolce panties, but it's the dress, right?
It's more than the panties for sure. Okay, so it looks like we have the dress for sale on the left, and the fur for sale on the right.
Okay.
And I don't know where the panties come in.
Well, I don't know if they're just tossing it out there that if you want some panties to go to Dolce.
That could be.
I don't know.
That could be.
Because that's the way it reads to me. Get your panties at
yeah.
Dolce, and it's the Amore panties that will work with us. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds correct. Okay. So, yeah, that's a fun little number. I like the fur in particular.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it's $215 for one of the dresses, or $1,000 for all of the dresses, and it's $150 for the fur, or $655 for all of them. And then you can just wrap yourself up in a Technicolor fur coat.
That's lovely.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yes. Now, before you get a little crazy moving around on us, we are going to hit all the sponsors first, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because you like to just follow the wall around, and then
Sometimes I just follow the wall.
Sponsors out. So.
And yes, I always kick myself when I do that.
Yep. So we're getting better. We're getting better.
We're figuring this out. So this is Fourth Wall.
Yes. Furniture.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pieces.
The Lud Living set. Very contemporary set. I like the lamp.
That's a fun lamp.
Yeah. That's a
turn
wild
on?
chandelier.
Oh?
Yes.
Is it properly done?
Difficult to say.
Huh.
Okay, so because all the walls in here are full bright, and there appears to be illumination in the vendor hall itself here at the 50.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. It looks like it is a light source because it's reflecting off of the jug beneath it. I can tell that much. So, but yeah.
So are you picking up the lamp?
I'm trying to decide if I want to pick up everything or not.
Okay. It's a nice set. I know it's very modern, but I don't see it as outside of the realm of possibility for our use.
Right.
And I love the side lamps. Aren't those lamps too, or are they just decorations? Because for a minute I thought the circle lit up like that was the light, but it may just be decoration.
No, they are apparently called table lamps as well.
Ooh. Yeah, see, because the other one looks like it's on, and I see lights in there.
Right.
I think that's a very creative way to do a light.
It is.
So, I think you should just get the whole thing.
Well, maybe I will. All right.
All right, very good.
So, let's see. Let's run through the pricing here. So I'm just going to say the full set cost first, just because it's, be easy there. So for the PG version, it's $14.80. The adult version, it's $16.80. And it's going to start from the left. So table lamp is $80. The couch for PG is $6.80. For adult is $8.80. I'll mention the rug is $220. Table is $180, and the kitsch on the table is books for $80, jug or vase for $80, decorative bowl $80, and that's all. Oh yeah, end table is also $80. So most of the items are $80. And the lamp is $280 for the other calling it chandelier. Nice. Very nice set. I like it.
Very good. It's lovely.
Yes.
Okay. Up next, Jian.
It's Jian with a koi pond.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
We were just talking about like where you could put that to use.
Absolutely. I really like this item.
So koi.
So it's a lot going on. So you have the pond itself, like with a reser, so you can set up a koi pond if you don't already have like a water feature where you can put some fish in. The one great thing it looks like about the pond reser is it has a menu built in to actually res koi that presumably would be already configured to swim around within the pond.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you put this to use. Like, I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Because you were talking about putting it in an existing body of water that we have, so you don't need to use the pond here.
Correct.
Even though it's lovely.
They have wanderers and they have circlers. So wanderers will just kind of wander around in an area. You specify its radius. The circlers, they'll go in a constant circle of some kind. So you can set up, fish to populate a water area. And then we've got also a companion, which I presume will just flop along beside you. I'm not really sure how that works.
Oh, interesting.
I would hope that it would involve a fishbowl, but I'm not positive that it does.
Oh, it probably won't. This is Second Life. Fish can float around you and survive just fine.
Yes. And then, of course, you can have just the statics.
That's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing you put this to use.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to finding a home for it as well.
All right. And you broke down the pricing, right?
No.
I was like, wait, did I miss that? Because you go through so much pricing that sometimes I question myself.
The pricing is you get all of it for $1,200. That's your only option for buying it.
That's easy. All right.
Yep.
Okay, now the next one. You were just eager to get to the party, I think.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so DRD. And this is definitely a party setup.
It sure
And
is.
So we've got this 30% off. Looks like a party in progress. We've got confetti cannons. We've got hors d'oeuvres on tables. We've got champagne. Crazy lights just going everywhere. Balloons and streamers and everything.
That looks great. It's
So-
definitely a party. It makes me want to have a party.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what are we looking at? So it looks like they have two different kind of lines. One where it's the colorful, crazy colorful version, and one with the like more traditional upscale, like black, gold, white sort of setup. You can buy things individually or as a collection. So if you want to get either of the table colors collections, the tables themselves are $330 or $333. The streamers of either variety are $333. The chairs of either variety are $193. You can get the full pack of either of those colors for $893. And you can get this, the lighting apparatuses for $123, or you can get all of everything for $1663.
Okay.
So
Very good.
that is a very fun set.
It is. And I hear typing and local is not, nobody's typing around us, right? No.
Yes, yeah, they were.
Well, they're not typing to us.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not typing to us.
All right. Very good. I know you broke down the pricing. So we're ready for the next sponsor, which is Aloe.
Aloe.
And Aloe, I need to get my act together and break out your stuff, because look at this.
This is great.
The Brooklyn dress, look at the gloves. Do they work with soft arms? Probably not. Might be asking for a lot. They don't, but they could have.
Yeah.
Or
Doesn't
maybe
look
I
like
put my
they-
soft arms on and see how it goes. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they do.
Because I know they usually do things for soft thigh.
Well,
But it
let's
doesn't
see.
look like any of this stuff is. No, it says mace. Mace is in there on the legs, on the boots.
Yeah, on the legs, not on the
And
gloves.
Not on the gloves. Huh.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Not
anyway.
sure.
This is great. So, you've got a dress, you've got gloves, and you've got boots. And I will let you break down the pricing.
I definitely look forward to seeing you in this. So it's let's start with the dress, $250 for a color of the dress. You can get the fat pack of the dress for $2,000. For gloves, you can get a color for $250 for the fat pack, $2,000 for the boots. It's the same story, $250 or $2,000, or you can get the mega pack of everything, 50% off. $3,000, you get the dress, boots, gloves, fat packs. That's
fantastic.
yeah.
Go ahead and put me down for this. 'Cause I'm
Absolutely.
very interested.
You got it.
And then that covers all of our sponsors.
Yes.
So, and I'm not wearing my booty cling, so there's no point in watching me walk today.
Okay, we'll cut.
Although, before I cut, though, I want to say I really love your glasses. And they're not a Fliff designer?
Oh, they're not. They, like my shoes, are from DeadDoll.
Oh, DeadDoll. That's a quality maker.
Yes, DeadDoll is definitely one of my favorite menswear creators. I wish they would participate in Fliff. But on the other hand, I don't know that they put things out frequently enough to actually support Fliff. Because,
Right.
like,
It's a
that's
fast
my
pace.
one grievance is they put out like maybe 2-3 items a year.
But it's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So
All right. Well,
All
I
right.
will fade us out so you can walk us over. Are we going to be outer circle, right? Outer before
Outer
inner.
circle, yes.
Okay. All right. We'll be back with the outer circle. And we have made it. Hey, there's one of our other pregnant friends that we saw earlier.
yes.
Everybody's pregnant for the new year. Woo! Anyway, so we made it to the outer circle. And our first
Yes, we
one
have.
is Gorsimi.
Gorsimi.
Not wrong. Enid leggings. And I love jelly rolls, or juicy rolls, sorry. Jelly rolls is the Cupra thing. You got me set up on that. But Cupra came out with their own set of rolls called jelly rolls. And so I was just seeing that I had received that in my inventory, and I'm like, I didn't buy these. I blamed you for it. I was like, I'm pretty sure you sent them? Question mark?
I don't remember sending them, but
maybe
it does
someone
sound like
else
something.
did.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of my many admirers, right? Here, enjoy some jelly rolls. You like rolls so much? Have some jelly rolls. So yeah, no, it's Cupra, and actually, Cora is one of our other viewers. She likes to leave. She has left comments in the on our videos, and she also comments to me in on Flickr, because she's the gal who had the pants with the ribbon, and I was like, where did you get those? And she let me know it's Cora, and she had sent me a message about a Cupra thing, and now I've got someone at my door. We'll just ignore that for right now. But she had reminded me that I do have a Cupra. I actually did try it on once. But then I tried on Reborn, and I think, did I get them about the same time? Like, I tried on Cupra and I tried on Reborn, and then the Reborn just worked so well with my existing sliders that it needed very little work to get it to what I wanted.
Right. So we did try Cupra a fair bit earlier than the Reborn. The problem that we ran into was it doesn't, at least in our testing, it did not handle belly sizes very well. Right.
So it's still very narrow through the belly. Yes. So,
right.
Because I remember, I can see it in my head. I put the Cupra on, and the sliders were all wonky, and even just trying to get the belly to come out or thicker through the middle, it's still a very hourglass shape. And
yes,
we like more of, I don't know, a pear, would you say?
I would say a pear. Yes.
Yeah, and so a pear shape was hard to pull off with Cupra when I tried it.
A very gravid pear.
Yes, you love your gravid pears. So.
But then eventually tried the Reborn, and then saw, I forget her name, but
yeah,
gosh, that
yeah, we saw a gal, and I was like, oh my god, your shape. And then she handed me her shape, and then I just tweaked it for me, and then someone else saw my shape, and they're like, oh my god, your shape is what. So I passed her the shape, and it just went from there. So because I didn't think I could pull off Reborn in the way that I wanted to get the like kind of pregnant belly, but I could. And so I had Reborn for a while before I actually tried it after getting somebody's like base shape to work it out.
Right. Yes.
So, and then there's no looking back after that.
That we went. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just remember that I haven't really sized up my Cupra very much. Like, it's still wonky because I go right to the belly to see first before I put in all the effort of shaping everything else. Can the midsection do what I want it to do? And the answer was no. So then I just put the Cupra back in the box. So Cora, there's your story. There's your Cupra story of why I don't wear Cupra. And Cora, if you can prove me wrong, go ahead. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm wondering now if Cora wears Cupra, if she was wearing Cupra in that picture. She probably was if she was talking to me about Cupra. So I'm Reborn all the way because it does what I want it to do perfectly.
Yeah.
So back to Gorsimi. Enid leggings, and it fits Legacy, Reborn, Juicy Rolls, Cupra, and Maitreya. And it looks like how do we buy this? Solid, knit, or wool? You can buy those individually or a fat pack.
Right. Okay. And the fat pack includes all these fun patterns as well.
Yeah, I see those. Those are fun.
Yeah. So, let's go through prices. If you want to get it in solid, knit, or wool, you're gonna spend $325 or just $300 if you are a Gorsimi shopper. Fat pack is $750 or $675 if you're a Gorsimi shopper.
Okay, very good. Sign me up.
Very good.
Gonna get those.
All right.
And we're ready for the next. Oh, it's
Which is
Bonnie.
which is
I
another
got
one of your
excited.
favorites.
Bonnie is a new favorite of mine, and we have, what is she calling this? Ava sweater. So, and she did the fun sleeves again. Like, I love those sleeves.
Again, yes.
Those are definitely winter warm sleeves. So,
I really like those, yes.
it's Legacy and Reborn. I like her little motto, stay cute. Well, Bonnie, it's
cute.
really easy to stay cute when you're wearing Bonnie. So,
it's true.
So, yeah, it comes in my size. There's no juicy, which is fine. That's fine. It's a great little sweater. It's cropped and everything, so it'll, let my belly hang out and all that. And then, so you can buy it individually by color or a fat pack. So give us the details on that.
Okay, so it's $200 for a color or $1,500 for all of the colors. I love this sweater.
It's perfect. It makes me feel warm and cozy already.
Yeah, I also like that she's got like some wrinkles in all the right places. And I admit I do enjoy the that it's zipped down quite nicely.
Yes. You like your cleavage.
I do. But the fun part about it being a zipper there is it's more deliberate than if it was just a V-neck sweater. Because it's like, okay, I put this on. I could cover it up, but I decided not to. So there's like an implication there that's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
So,
good job,
very
Bonnie.
good sweater.
All right. Next. Oh, Fetch. I forgot to put my glasses on. Okay,
do you need to fade?
No. We'll talk about this, and then you'll tell me which pair you want me to put on, because I was going to ask your opinion, because I couldn't decide, because they're both great.
They are both super cute.
Okay, so Fetch. Let me talk about the name of these glasses here. So Alyssa Glasses is the one on the left, and Sammy Glasses on the right. And then you get your color assortment, and I think I was going to say metals, but that's friends at the top. It's not. It's not metals, but you get color choices. So 50% off. So how much is it going to cost us?
$100 for either.
All right. So, which do you think will look good with my outfit? I mean, they both will, but which one are you inclined to say I should wear right now?
I am gonna say the Asami glasses in white.
Asami? Oh, Sammy. Oh, is it Asami? Did I miss the A at the beginning?
No, it's Sammy. I thought there was an A. I was mixing them up in my head. Sammy.
I'm like, it's Alyssa or Sammy. I'm not sure which ones you're seeing.
Sammy.
Okay,
Sammy
so you're saying Sammy in what? White?
Yes.
Okay, I will toss those on, but I will have to fade because I want to spare everyone the work of that. But okay, so let me turn the camera around, and next I turn it back on. Well, let me get control of my camera first. Because I have this new mouse. I'm going to blame the mouse, okay? So I have a new Frackle mouse, which is very sensitive.
Well, I did mention you can toggle the sensitivity.
I have toggle the sensitivity. Anyway, I'm fine now. Camera's fine. Okay. So I'm going to fade, put my glasses on, and come right back.
Okay.
And glasses.
Glasses.
I've got my Sammy glasses on now. So...
yeah.
They look fabulous. Thank you, Fetch Daddy. Was it Snicker? What? I always forget it. What is it? Gretchen.
Gretchen Boner Schnitzel.
Boner Schnitzel. I was going to say Snickerdoodle, and I was like, that's not it.
Yes.
Boner Schnitzel. But, AKA Fetch Daddy, which is amazing to me. So, anyway, we're ready for the next?
Yes.
That would be DeadDoll. And what do we have? What does she have for us? And she does have it for me too. So she's got, what is she calling this?
This is a bodysuit. The Lupita bodysuit.
Lupita, I like it.
Lupita. Yeah.
And so you can get it in all these colors. They're individual. It's not by color pack, right? So individual colors or the fat pack.
Correct.
All right.
So
what's
individual
the
colors are $250 and a fat pack is $1,800. That is a fun bodysuit.
It is. It looks like you want to curl up by a fireplace with some cocoa and a blanket, maybe on a cozy couch from Brocante. Which I always mention because that couch is amazing.
Yes.
But this would be something great to wear with that couch.
Yeah, for sure.
Put me down for that, please.
I have.
Okay. All right, we ready for the next?
Yep.
Versuta.
Versuta.
And we have poses.
Poses. The Scally poses and Milana poses.
So it looks like Scally is all seated.
Yes.
So that could work for like photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other is Milana, right?
Milana, yes.
And those are standing poses. And then you buy them by the pack, or do you buy them individually on the post stand, or what are your choices here?
You buy them per pack, it looks like, and it's $2.79 per pack. It looks like you can buy individual poses for $50.
Okay.
If there's just a particular one that you want.
Very good.
Yeah. So I think we've looked at Versuta before, and they're not like animated poses. They're for
static for picture taking.
They're for picture taking. So yeah.
Although some people will still use those in AOs.
True.
So
yes.
it's fine to do. But yes, I like a little breathing animations in mine. So yeah. But otherwise, I mean, they're great. If that's what you're looking for. There it is. I got some nice poses for picture taking. All right. Are we ready for the next? Yummy. And they have a necklace.
It looks like a necklace set.
Yes, that's what I meant. I see necklace and it's just plural.
True, yeah.
All right.
The Charlotte Charm necklace.
Yeah. So, and it's rigged for my Triad Legacy, Koopa, Reborn, and an unrigged version. And then you can hide and show and select metal finish for each strand.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
You're always on the lookout for rigged jewelry.
I am. Please put me down for that. And how much is it?
It is $4.75 for all of the necklaces and all of the options.
Very good. I'm in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
So
up next,
we have Nylon Outfitters.
Oh, look, I'm in. I love a creative planter.
Daydreamer vase collection. This is great.
Put me down for that too.
I love that. That is so creative.
I've seen so many of these.
Their expressions are so good.
I've seen so many of these sorts of things in Second Life that I finally got one in First Life.
Oh.
As opposed to a regular pot, but like a plant in like a head like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just was inspired by Second Life designs and creations. I wanted it in First Life too.
That's awesome.
So you can buy them individually. Or
yes, you can buy individually. You can get Todd, George, or Doris individually for $140.
Cute. That's cute.
Or you can get all three of them and keep them together for $400.
I love it.
I love that they have names.
Yeah.
It's so good. Okay.
Nicely done. All right. Up next, Pippin Long Gallery.
Yep. Pippin Long Gallery.
You have more original artwork, which is lovely. And how much can you buy this original artwork for?
You can buy this for $3.50.
Very nice. And I don't know. I wonder if it comes with the frame. Probably does.
I believe it does.
Yeah. Because the frame just kind of feeds into the art itself.
The title of the art is Golden, so I imagine the frame definitely must come with it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious now that I don't think we've seen this before, but do you think that is Pippin Long in that picture on the shelf?
Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe. I don't see why not.
I would think it is.
I would think so too, that's the artist.
Interesting.
Very cool.
I know that I've grabbed it before. I'm grabbing the landmark again because I really want to go there.
We need to go there. I don't think we've managed to get there, but we're intending to.
Yes.
Because we love us some art.
Yes. All right. So.
Okay. Up next, Jack Spoon.
Jack Spoon.
And they have Voulez-Vous glitter kit, which I love. You need this. You need this for New Year's. So
yes.
Please put me down. And I will not bitch about how it's probably all bomb layers and not a HUD, but I will still take it. Because that's fantastic. I love this. It just says party all over it.
It does.
So, and it's compatible with Lelutka Evo X Bomb. So, there's that.
And to go with the glitter kit, you can also do Super Trooper glitter lashes.
Wow.
So you can glitter up your lashes.
I'm going to be glitter to the max now.
Yes.
Yes. So put me down for that one too. And how much do they each cost?
So either, well, no, they're different. Okay, so the Voulez-Vous, which is just a lot of fun to say, is $255, and the glitter lashes are $300. Okay.
Well, I'm already putting together my New Year's look in my head just by coming to the 50.
Yes.
Now we just have to find a party to go to. I'm going to throw that out to our community because, you know, they help me out with lots of things, like where to get the reindeer humping sweater. They give me tips to, you know, make sure you go back to Pixicat because it's in Cooper or Reborn 2. You know, that kind of stuff. Or I've told you before, like most people in their videos, they are trying to help their viewers. Like, hey, look at this, look at that. Did you know how to do this? Here's the sale, whatever. It's totally reversed for us. Yes. It's like, okay, people, I need help. Please help me find the reindeers humping. And then sure enough, bam, community comes through. It's right here. So now I'm wondering if they can help us find a party. There's going to be lots. So, and then, you know, my default is like Elysium because that's where we have a membership.
Right.
And they always are throwing parties. And I've been to New Year's parties there before. But I'm just curious if anyone knows hot tip of a, you know, New Year's party we should check out. Let us know in the comments because I will check them out and I will make Tour come with me.
Please let us know.
Yes, because we'll be dressed to the nines with nowhere to go. But, you know, if all else fails, I'm sure we could get to Elysium and we'll have a party. So, anyway, we have a friend here in pajamas. And is she in pajamas? No, it looked like it for a second. She's in a skirt. She looks very comfy.
She looks super comfy. Love is all you need.
That's true. She looks like she might be a little wide under there based on what that sweater's doing. Because, you know, that's what I'm talking about. It's rough with the sliders sometimes. But she looks very cozy, and I'm all about it. You do you, girl. Just be cozy. You can be anything you want in Second Life, and cozy is absolutely one of them. Anyway, are we done talking about Jack Spoon? Yes. Yeah. Because here we go, walking over to Little Fox. And we have Azalea, ribbed jersey top. So that's fun. It's Legacy, E-Body, Maitreya, Cupra, Beliza, Gen X, Classic, and Kirby.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of boob window in there. And boob window.
Which, you know, makes me think of that Bonnie shirt that I like so much, but this one doesn't. I don't think it has the juicy to it.
No, it doesn't look like it.
And it has a puffy
juicy.
sleeve as opposed to a hand sleeve.
Right, yeah.
So it's a different take.
Yep,
so.
Yep.
But how much
Still
are they?
Very fun, though. So this is $279 for a color or $1,500 for all of the colors.
Very good. All right.
Yeah.
Up next is Messy with the ultimate weapon, aka dildo sword.
Yes.
Of course it's a dildo sword. So hold pose and whack animation on avatar bump. Okay, so this is what I need to beat off people bumping into me. Because you know I got that knife from Bunk. Because how could I forget Bunk after I harassed you about it so hard? So I have the knife, the stabby knife bumper from Bunk, but maybe I just really need to whip out this Messy dildo sword and be like, don't come near me, I'm gonna hit you with this dildo. I think that's the idea. So, but, you know, when I go standing places, I'll just hold my dildo sword to warn people that they're gonna get smacked if they bump me by accident. But not like people like Pylea would even see my dildo sword, because I would be de-rendered. So
true.
Anyway, so we have the dildo sword, and how much does it cost? You just buy one price and you get all these colors?
You buy one price, $270, and you get all the colors. Now, I am curious if this is in part inspired by Saints Row, which does feature a giant dildo sword, and it does indeed wobble around.
Is this a video game?
Yes.
Okay, see, I'm
it's a video
illiterate
game
when it comes to video game stuff. So,
I'm
it might
that
be.
It says there's a juicy wobble sound when you smack someone.
Oh gosh. And then you can try out XXX animations. You know what? You should get one of these, and I should get one of these, so we can just smack each other with dildo swords for funsies. And you're like, no, I want to spend my time differently. But no, it could be fun. Could be funny, you know?
I'm good with it.
Okay, we'll just smack the shit out of each other with dildo swords. Yay! Yeah. All right, very good. All right. Off to the next. It's Naanaas. Naanaas has necklaces.
Yes.
And Okena, I'm assuming? Okena?
Yes, Okena.
Choker and 2-layer necklaces, Lara Legacy and E-Body Reborn, 6 metal colors in the Fat Pack, high show option, controlled by HUD, and you have a texture HUD. So you've got your colors there and your Fat Pack. So how much?
A color is $250, the Fat Pack is $600. It's a very nice, elegant.
It is.
Kind of minimalist.
I was thinking about like, could I put this on? But you know, the cut of this dress top, it wouldn't work. So
probably, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited about Rigged for Reborn.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'll put you down as interested.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got Hextraordinary.
Hextraordinary, sorry.
Hextraordinary.
And it is a golden antler candelabra.
Candelabra. Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. It's lovely. I like the flickering candles. You can turn on and off, apparently.
Yes.
And you've got the acorns hanging. And
this is a great candelabra. I love everything about this. So, yeah. It's a really nice detail work around the base of it, and I like that it's actually got like a very organic design for the like branches. Mm-hmm. So, or antler, I guess. Yeah.
And it was making me think about how I think I've mentioned to you before that I use the Headspace app. Have I mentioned that? And
yes.
Every day I have daily things to do in Headspace, and they have this little show on there called the Wake Up, I think. And it's just like a 3 to 7 minute little morning show where they just do like random little like things to think about that like tie back into meditation and, you know, being in a good headspace and whatever. And the point of me mentioning this is that it was on there that I learned they did a bit about like deer and their antlers, and about how basically the male deer is always in a process of like growing and shedding antlers.
Yes.
And I really had not given this any thought before. I thought like once they grew their antlers, that's it, you know, these are their horns. But no, they like break off and stuff, and then they grow new ones, and it's like a constant thing for them. And it was just that process of renewal. You see what I mean about it being like tied into like headspace, like meditation.
Right.
And
yeah, that makes sense. It
was just fascinating. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I learned about antlers on Headspace. Because it's just not something, it's not a fact I would keep in our thing, like something I would just keep in the forefront of my mind. Because, you know, other animals, they grow their horns and that's it. Those are your horns or your tusks or whatever, right? But no.
That's their lot in life.
That's right. But with deer, that's not the case.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, mind blown. I was like, thank you, Headspace. Always learning.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, love that Headspace app. Just saying, if anybody needs like it makes meditation seem really, I want to say easy, but like doable. And that's something I've been working on for the last several months, is doing more meditation and just being, you know, taking that mindful minute, you know, that's been really helpful, especially in like stressful times or chaotic, you know.
Yeah, and I've been a little chaotic.
I've definitely run into people where their energy is just so anxious, you know?
Yes.
And it's like, somebody needs a mindfulness minute, for sure. So he used some headspace, you know?
For sure.
Anyway, so you already said how much this costs, right? Before I went all on a tangent.
I don't know if I did, but it is $275.
Very good. And we're getting this, because this is great.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Where are we off to next? It looks like Asteria. And they have a lovely dress named Jade. Does it have a cape? Or a stole?
It appears to
Fur
have a
boa.
stole. Oh, yeah. Fur boa.
But apparently you can wear it, well, it goes around the back.
It drapes down the back.
Yeah. Long dress plus belt / fur boa. Medals contain HUD option for its Reborn, Cupra, Maitreya, Legacy, Freya, Isis, and Hourglass.
Yes.
And you buy them separately.
You do, and you can get the dress for $200. You can get a boa for $180. You can get all of the dresses for $1,500, or all of the boas for $1,000.
Very good.
That's a very elegant looking one.
Yeah.
If not for the belt, I would recommend it.
I am interested in that boa though, because that could go with many things.
That you could rock with all kinds of things.
Yeah.
True.
So put me down for that.
Very well.
All right. Up next,
Promagic.
And they have, what are they calling this?
They're calling this the Ajara?
No,
Ahara.
Not what I was going to say. Snake shirt.
No? Snake shirt.
Uh-huh. So, this fits Gen X, Maitreya, Legacy, Reborn, works with Juicy Boobs, and Cupra. So this is interesting.
It is interesting, yes.
I'm worried about that snake around my waist.
Yeah, I think that you'd need a bigger snake.
Yeah. Like an anaconda. But for those of us who don't need an anaconda, what does this cost?
This would be $300 per color, or $4,500 for all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for the next, which is
Aurica?
We're both like a question mark. Aurica?
Aurica?
All right, so we've got a little dress here. What are they calling this dress? Paula.
This is the Paula.
Paula. It's not a Paula. Paula.
Well, I was still caught up on Aurica.
Aurica. Paula. I get it. I see where you're going. I was like, if it was Paola, it would be a O, not a U.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Legacy, Maitreya, and Reborn. So very good.
Yes.
Fat pack or individual colors. And apparently, if you're in their group, you can get store credit when you make the purchase.
Yes. So this is like a latex sort of thing, which is interesting. You can get it in all these different colors for $200 each, or you can get the fat pack for $1,000. It looks like with the fat pack, you can make the trim a different color than the dress.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very good. All right. Up next, Exile. And we have Taylor.
Yes.
So you're going to get a bunch of colors for one price. It's wavy, which I like. It's flat on top, which makes it a good hat hair. And the gal next to us is wearing it.
Yeah,
it's got some volume to it. Look at it, how it sticks out from her. Yeah. So put me down for this
some volume in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, because this good hat hair got some wave and some mess to it.
And we know that Exile is always a deal at $390 for 200 colors with a style hood.
I like this girl's pants too.
Yeah, they're pretty good pants.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm just like, I have a pair of pants like this in real life, and I like that like fluffy, like hem, like around the waistline.
Yeah, of course.
That's
you can
always
just
fun.
untie that bow and let it out.
Oh goodness! Of course.
Those are from Tetra.
Oh, of course they are. Tetra's a good one.
Oh, they're just doing some black and white.
Yes, she is, because she's might be old like me. I'm not going. I actually chose my coloring intentionally because this is probably about as much salt and peppering as I have going on at the moment because I'm letting my hair color grow out. So I'm not seeing the full salt and pepper yet, but I'm getting an idea of it as I see more and more of it. So
okay.
I'm sure my salt and peppering will change with time, but anyway, yes, put me down for this. Taylor looks great, and we're off to Riot. Oh, Riot.
Riot.
They look so warm.
Uh-huh.
Like this,
does.
This top is probably gonna look crap on me because of my shape, but I still love it.
It looks very soft. It says it's so fluffy on the vendor.
That's accurate.
It's accurate, yes.
That's why I'm in love with it, but
you gotta try
I'll try the demo. And
yeah, try the demo.
I just know that's not gonna look good. But it's a good looking sweater. You know, it's just not gonna look good on me, probably. But prove me wrong, Riot, and I will own it.
So let's see, what does this fit? This is gonna be.
It usually fits Reborn. I'm gonna say
Maitreya, Legacy, Cupra.
I'm gonna say all the bodies. All the major bodies. Okay, so Lara, so Maitreya, Cupra, Reborn.
Well, yeah, like I said, Reborn, Maitreya, Legacy, Cupra.
And Legacy, right? Yes.
Yeah. So it's $250 for a color, $1,300 for all of the colors.
And it's just the top we're talking about, not the pants?
It's just the top. That's all you get. It is so fluffy. You can always get Riot jeans at their store.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking at the jeans and the boots, and I'm pretty sure I already got those from a 50.
I think so.
Uh-huh. This sweater's great. So put me down for a demo. I'll try it.
Okay.
And if it works, I'll rock it.
All right.
All right, up next, Lapeau.
Lapeau.
Actually, it's Lapeau. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah. Lapeau. And it's Diana. And it's 850 because I can tell by the sign. And you've got skin tones for Glam Affair and Not Found. But it is for the Luca Evo X, I'm pretty sure, because of how it's named, and it usually is. And so this is just the face. And then you can get the bodies from Glam Affair or Not Found in those colors.
Yes.
Yeah, face tattoo layers designed for a Luca Evo X. All right.
Very good.
Yeah, I already said the price. $850.
$850 for a color.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Lapeau. Up next, Soy.
Is Soy
with fashion furniture. Woven fabric armchair and woven fabric couch. What do you think?
Those are very different.
Because you're not always about fashion furniture.
No, I'm not, and I think that I may skip this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, the only reason why I say that is I'm not feeling those colors.
Oh, yeah, because it's only those three colors.
I could go for this if there was other color options and if I could swap out the metal and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you are interested in buying this, can you tell the people how much it costs?
Yes, the chairs are $155, the couch is $255.
Okay.
So,
very good.
Very good.
And up next is Crybunbun. And they have a little sweater that they are calling Squishmallow sweater. Squishmallow sweater. Okay.
Squishmallow.
And this fits Legacy, Maitreya, Cupra, Reborn, and includes mounds. So that's good. And you can get a fat pack or individual colors. So Tour, I hand that over to you.
Okay, so individual colors are $235 and the fat pack is $12.50. And Crybunbun is usually a fun time. So
yes, I'm in.
Yeah,
I can't resist a Crybunbun unless it's those. I think the only time I probably really did resist when it was just that cloth for your boobs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does that even stay up? So, but typically I'm all in for Crybunbun because I love their stuff.
Squishmallow.
Squishmallows.
Fun name.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Up next is Veyard. Veyard.
Yes.
All right. This looks is reminiscent of a top you have. Like, I feel like you have a top with this kind of chain work.
I have something similar.
It didn't come from Veyard?
Asteroid box.
Oh, Asteroid box. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Kellyanne chained hoodie. and you can buy it in individual colors or a fat pack. So tour, tell the people.
Okay, so this is going to be $255 for a color or $1,400 for the fat pack. I think I'll try it.
Yeah, because I was just gonna say it fits Legacy Male and Jake.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna grab it in black, which is the only time I would see wearing something like that. So yeah.
Yep, looks good.
All right.
Okay, up next, Go&See.
Yeah, they make poses.
I knew you were gonna. I was waiting because every time I say Go&See, you're like, they make poses. Or if I'm like Exile, you're like, they make hair. Like, you just memorize those. I could throw out another pose maker and you'd be like, I don't know what they make. But Go&See, they make poses. Like, that's like their catchphrase now. Go&See, they make poses. Done. And now they have man poses called Dandy. Are you going to try those out and get trapped in the display?
Sure. Because
you could add those to your AO if they work for you.
And this is a critique that I'm laying again, which is the vendor picture really doesn't show anything about the poses. So let's see.
Just that he's focused.
Yeah, which...
Intense. He's an intense guy.
Which may or may not be related to the pose at all.
Like this pose makes me think,
Yeah, like these are...
That one's not bad. The other one I don't
bad.
see you doing. That whole back of the hand to the forehead. It's like me with hand on the head.
Yeah.
You know? What? You don't feel that one?
No. And yeah, these are...
You and your wiggly fingers.
So these are mostly like still poses. Yeah, I have my wiggly fingers on.
You love your wiggly fingers. You've just carried that over from Signature. Whoa.
Yes,
What is happening here?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, maybe if you didn't have your wiggly hands on, we'd be able to tell what the hand is doing. But I'm thinking maybe pointing or something? Like, why else would you hold your hand up like that?
Yeah, I mean, I can disable that. And normally if they're set up with priority, it'll override this, but let's see. Detach. So let me go back. Let me go forward.
Is he
Okay,
pointing?
so I'm pointing.
Yeah, see, it's like pointing sort of. It's not really, it's almost like an open-handed like grab or like a, what would you call that gesture? Like, I'm a badass, look at me.
Yes. It looks, it's not something I would ever do. I don't know what's being conveyed there.
I was gonna say, not that you're a badass, but you're definitely not a look at me sort of dude. Like, I'm a badass, look at me. Like, you didn't roll up to the monarchy going, hey bitch, look at me. No.
I'm not sure what's happening in this one either. It looks thinking. It looks like he's thinking, but maybe he would be holding like a cell phone in the left hand. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
And then back to the back to the
woe is me.
Woe is me.
Like,
so
okay.
They are poses that I'm sure would suit someone's photography. I'm not sure they are for me.
Yeah, it sounds like not.
I gotta wiggle my fingers some more.
Yeah, you do. Put the wiggle on. I know it makes you happy.
However, you can get all 7 of those poses for $5.50 or $100 for a single pose.
If you want to be badass, look at me. You've got it right here with Dandy.
Yes.
All right, are you ready for the next?
Yes. Next is
Lock&Tuft.
Let me yank you over.
Crossfade joint and booze. Unisex bento animated accessory. Comes with mesh joint, one for hand, one for mouth, mesh booze bottle with hold animation. And it's new for the 50th.
Okay.
So.
Very good.
I don't know.
So you can get your vice.
Yeah, but you know, it's almost, for whatever reason, looking at the face in the picture, I started thinking about Macklemore. Do you remember who Macklemore is?
I do not.
It's a musician. I haven't heard from him in a while, but that's where my head went right when I saw it. I'm not sure why. There must be some slight resemblance, but that's what I thought of. I don't know if people would agree or not. They can weigh in the comments if that makes them think of Macklemore as well, or if they prefer not to think of Macklemore. So that's fine too.
Oh, goodness.
I'll have to link you a Macklemore so you can see it.
All right.
Anyway, did you they'll tell the people how much they can get this look for?
No, you were talking about Macklemore.
Sorry.
So it's 200 and you can get yourself a joint and booze. And in this market, that's probably a pretty good price.
Yes. All right, ready?
Right.
Up next,
off to Trompe Loeil.
Trompe Loeil. And they've got the Tyrrell Modern Ranch, and it comes with a snow add-on. And are you wanting to go on a tour? Do I have to do my tour cam, or what are we doing? Or is the picture enough? You don't have to.
I think in this one the picture's enough. Those rooms look very boxy. I don't,
It's probably an open floor plan.
It looks like a pretty open floor plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So you can get this for 500 linden, it looks like from the picture. And
with 100 for the snow add-on.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Very good. We'll probably grab that because we grab everything Trompe. Doesn't matter if it's in our style or not. And actually, I don't know that this one would be too far off of like Solar Punk because you've got your it seems like concrete
it's got a lot
exterior,
of
wood, glass, a lot of openings. So yeah.
I also like that it has the flat surfaces on top to put planters and things
gardens, on. Yeah. It almost looks like storage containers stacked.
It does. It does.
So. Yep.
All right.
Nomad. Curtains. They're kind of like Victorian looking. What are they calling? Oh, Gothic. There you go. Gothic curtain.
Gothic curtains. Okay.
25% off. So how much does that cost us?
Non-functional though. Okay.
Did you find something you have to message the creator about?
Can't. Well, so I don't think that it's anything that the creator would fix. But when I say non-functional, I mean I can't they're not set up where they could be pushed to the side.
Gotcha. I thought you were going to say that something wasn't working, which is what non-functional means, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. So they're 187, and you get both colors for that.
That's great. All right. Up next is Breathe with some booties.
Breathe. Oh, those are fun.
What are they calling these booties? I don't see any.
They are calling these so yummy heels.
So yummy, and it fits Maitreya, Legacy, Cupra, and E-Body.
Yeah. And they have the setup where they have individual colors, mini packs, and fat packs.
Okay, and the pricing?
So individual color is $250, mini pack $400, all colors are $1,500.
All right, very good.
Yes.
Up next is Lyrium, and this is who I am rocking in my AO along with Oh My. So this is the Layla, which I've been using most of. I think in both with Oh My and Lyrium, I think I used in Lyrium I used just the curvy ones, and I think it was like 3 total between the 2 sets. And then in Oh My I used 3 of the 4 poses, but we haven't gone to Oh My yet. But Layla, and Daisy. And so how much are they for the whole sets, and can you buy them individually?
For whole sets, it's $250 per pack. You don't appear to be able to get individuals.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my final answer.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have been rocking the Lyrium, and they look great.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this new, I was going to say, I've been enjoying this new version of my AO, and I have to say, because of Oh My and Lyrium, I am updating my AO more than I ever have in however many years of SL I've been here. Is it 15 now for me, or 16? I think you're 17, so I think it's 15 for me. If you look at the right avatar, don't look at my,
Right.
So.
15.
15.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. Because this avatar, I want to say, is about, maybe 6 to 8 months younger than my original avatar.
Yeah, about 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, me and alts, gotta love them. All right. So, Lyrium. And now, Midoa. Midoa has the Rennie set. Top and pants, Legacy Maitreya, Reborn, 12 different colors, 18 patterns, exclusive in each fat pack. And you got a lot of choices here.
Those look stretchy.
Yeah, and I need stretchy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, put me down for these.
Okay.
And then break the pricing down for the people.
For the people. So it's $225 for a color for a top or a bottom. Bought separately.
Mm-hmm.
If you do want a fat packet, it's $1,000 again for the top or the bottom.
And I have to ask, are you rounding up?
Yes.
Of course you are, because you don't like saying
So,
$9.99.
Yeah. It's just easier.
I know. I just had to ask.
And yes, and it does also look like the fat pack you get a bunch of extra patterns for, because normally, like, just displayed out here is those 12 solids.
Mm-hmm.
They have 18
wow
extra patterns for the fat pack.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
it looks really cozy.
Yes.
And I'm gonna need it after being chilly like this.
Yes.
They're so frosty. And you even got frosty breath. I don't have frosty breath.
Yeah, so I remembered, I should have mentioned it to you, but I remembered we got the frosty breath from Oh My.
Oh, but wasn't it with a typer?
Yes, but you
you're
can
not
just
wearing
wear
the typer.
You can just wear the breath.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to put that on at some point.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with it with the typer because, like, when you're animating, like you go into a full animation, your hands go up, you cover your mouth, and rub your hand. Yeah, But I just wanted the breath.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to toss that on. Maybe when we get to the inner circle and I have to pause this or blank again, then I'll do that. We'll toss that on. Okay, so that was Midoa, and now we're off to Andore. Now, Andore was a big discussion for us before we even started. Because I'm like, tour. I was looking at Seraphim, because, there's a lot. This is another behind-the-scenes peek. A peek behind the scenes with the Blanches. Before we get started, we do a fair amount of talking as far as, like, how are we going to approach this? Did we do this? Did we write down all the designers? What's our approach? What are we going to talk about? So there's some
to get a look together.
Pulling a look together with designers, who are at the event to kind of showcase those items. So there's a lot. And so I was like, oh, let me go get the latest Andore. And so I wasn't ready yet. You came over here to do your pre-work. And you're like, no, Andore's not going to work. And I'm like, it shows like an elf ear, cow ear. It's our ear. It says Leluca. And we had this, it wasn't really a debate. It was really more like you digging into what is happening here. So I'll just hand it over to you because you did the work of this. And then I had to come check. Like I trust you, I love and trust you, and I believe you on most things, even though Buck Dallas turned it on its head with Penultimate. But you did all the work of it, and I had to come look for myself, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I will let you tell the story. A good maxim
is to always trust but verify. So
yes.
Yeah.
And that was definitely said with an economy of words, which I fail at most of the time. So.
Okay, so yeah, what I noticed that the terminology was not the normal that they use when they're talking about the normal look ears, which when they are supporting those, they say human or elf, which is the terminology that Leluca themselves use. Here they were saying classic and pixie. Although on the vendor sign down here it says human.
And I see Leluca Evo X, and to me, when I see Leluca Evo X and I see pointy ears, that's my ear, right? Wrong.
Right, wrong. So these are actually an ear that apparently Andore themselves make. They make a classic ear and they make a pixie ear.
And the catch here is that fits onto Evo X.
Correct, yes.
That's why they're mentioning it, but it's not the actual Evo X ear.
Yeah, it's an ear that's made for Leluca Evo X, but it is not the Leluca Evo X ear. So, yeah. And now, I do wonder, and I do suspect that this... Well, I don't know now. 1 second, because now I'm curious. Okay.
So can you buy the ear here?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
because you buy the ear by clicking the vendor, and then you can buy the ears at the bottom where it says Pixie and Human.
Yes, I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, because yeah,
that's what it looks like. So, and this means they even outline it here. So they have a little sign on the side. What is mean original Leluca Evo X heads? So again, I'm assuming the creator is not a native English speaker, but so this means all heads by Leluca, starting with Avalon head and the Eon head, so for men and women. Again, ears will not fit Evo to Evo X.
Okay.
Okay, so because there's a difference between an Evo head and an Evo X.
Correct.
So, and I guess you can click to find out more. So
yeah,
there's a lot
to encourage you to try a demo first.
Right.
I also encourage that just to make sure that you've got the correct pieces and parts. So yeah.
So this is very involved, but these earrings are lovely, and I would get them, but I'm not in the habit of switching out ears anymore like I used to before you had cool ears as an option. You know me, I always had swallow ears on, and I had to twist your arm to even put them on, and you're just like, oh, I hear typing near us. Is somebody near us? No. Well, someone's near us, but not typing at us.
Correct.
Anyway, so yes, I used to wear swallow quite a bit, and you would not. And then Leluca Evo X came out, and they have ears already built in. And then you finally joined the ear bandwagon because it was easy.
Well, so it was when I finally was able to get tinting for them, and you showed me where to get a tinting add-on for them.
Well, we cheated it, yeah, but it was
cheated it,
yeah, but it worked.
And now I can wear them normally because
no
I'm
more
not cheating them anymore because I didn't have any Evo X skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
anyway, these are great.
Can I ask you to share something else that you learned?
Oh.
So you were saying, because I was asking you what the difference was between the pixie and the elf. And what did you say what did you observe to be the difference?
The pixie is a bit smaller. So it's basically if you just took the human, the normal human ear and pointed it, whereas the cow ears are a fair bit longer.
As we call them cow, Leluca calls them elf.
Sorry.
But yeah. So yeah, and even you can see that by looking at our ears and then looking at that ear. It's definitely much less pronounced.
Yes.
So.
All right.
Okay, very good. Are we ready to go?
We are.
Did you break down the pricing?
No. Sorry. Back here.
Back to Andore.
Okay.
Break down the pricing, please.
Okay, so the pixie earring, pixie with accessory plus the ears themselves is $418, and you can get it off the vendor sign. I think you can also get it in the sign down here. And same for if you want to get their human ears and its accessory. That also is there.
Okay.
They call it classic.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what the purple vendor is selling exactly. So that's a mystery.
Well, it could just be that there's the demo for the classic version and the demo for the pixie.
Well, the demo contains both of them. The vendor signs appear to be linked. Okay, I see. The vendor signs are linked to the buy buttons themselves.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
You've got the pixie version and the classic version.
All right. Very good.
Yes.
Up next, we have Imbue, and they have lush lips. Leluca Evo X HD, and they're very glossy, which I rather like. But I have a lot of lips like this, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 300. for all of the colors.
Okay. And they are lovely.
They are.
All right. Up next, Insomnia Angel. And
Interesting.
they have a box, which you can put your picture on.
Yes, and you can either get a copy version or a transfer version.
So these are gift boxes.
These are gift boxes, and you can put your own photos on them, which is fun.
Aww. That's cute.
Yeah.
So if you're still giving gifts, here's a box.
Yeah.
And how much do they cost?
It's $280 for the copy version, or $150 for each transfer box.
All right. Very nice.
Yeah. That's fun. I'm curious. It doesn't say, but I am curious if they come scripted to have like a unpacker.
Yeah.
I would suspect not. I would suspect that you'd have to
Press it on the
roll
ground
your
and
own,
open
but
it.
yeah.
Did you say roll your own?
Yeah, well, like you could put your own script in there if one were so inclined.
So I'm just curious why you would phrase it roll your own.
I'm still thinking about Lock&Tuft.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, roll your own. What, joint? What are you talking about? And I'm like, I didn't know you were like that. Like
No,
you're rolling joints on the side. I don't even know. Is that why you're so chill?
Oddly, it is a very, very common computer programming term.
Why?
That I'm not sure, but you've made me look it up. So give me a
Because I have questions.
Yeah, I have questions now too. I don't know why we use that term all the time.
Right. Because I learned these like lingos, lingo, whatever, programmer, scripter lingo from you.
Yeah.
And roll your own is not one I've ever heard you say.
Well,
like I know you make your own scripts, but you have never ever said I'm gonna roll my own. And I'm like,
I'm sure I have.
No, not to me.
Well, maybe not to you. I have said it.
Maybe
frequently.
to the other scripter bros or something.
I thought I've said it to you, but maybe I haven't.
Well, clearly not because of my reaction.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, if you get more information on that, I'm always down for being enlightened.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
If I get an answer, I will let you know.
Okay, I appreciate it because I have a very curious mind.
Yeah. One of the answers that I see out there, which I don't know if there's that much truth in, is it originated from the 70s and 80s when computer programming was just taking off among hobbyists like Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak and stuff.
Yeah. Were they rolling joints at the same time?
Most of the Silicon Valley crowd had a lot of overlap with hippies, and yes, marijuana was extremely common, apparently.
Interesting.
So, don't know.
Well,
I don't know if that was true or not, but...
Well, if any of our viewers know, feel free to comment on it.
Yes.
Okay. And tours on the move, which can only mean we're ready for the next vendor, which is Havoc. And this is the Dakota jumpsuit, exclusive to the 50. It fits Legacy, Maitreya, Hourglass, Reborn, and Cupra.
Yeah.
So it looks like you buy the jumper and the waist thing separate?
Separate.
So you can buy them individual by color, or you can get a fat pack, and that means it's time for Tour to tell us the prices.
So it's $290 for a jumpsuit or a waist bag, and it's $1,300 for all of the jumpsuits, and $1,200 for all of the waist bags. Okay.
Well, you know me, this waist is not going to support any bags except saddlebags, but that's not on my waist, that's on my thighs. That's the only bag this body supports, and you're already moving. Like, my camera is still locked on Havoc, and you're like, out. Okay, Tour, He's moving us right along. We are now at Loki because Tours says so. It's like, don't wait for any kind of segue. Just go. Okay, let's go. Tours on the move. Loki, Noelle. And this is the dress that gal was wearing that we were camming up and down, who looked like she was ready for a party before we started filming.
Yeah, she was sparkling and bouncing.
And I told you I saw this here, so that dress looked great. So here's another option for a New Year's dress, because she was rocking it in the black. Is there a black? Yeah, down there. And so you can buy a fat pack or individual, and it fits Maitreya, Legacy, Reborn, and it works with Juicy Boobs, which she was wearing, and she looked fabulous.
Absolutely did, yeah.
So please break down the pricing.
It's $250 for color and $900 for the fat pack.
Okay. Very good. Are we on the move? Should I be ready? Brace myself. Hold on tight. All right, here we go. Whee! Off to the next. We are at Bipolar. And Bipolar has, is it a Sophie or are they saying Sophie? I say Sophie, but I know it's probably Sophie.
I think it's Sophie.
But Legacy, Maitreya, Reborn, and it also works with Juicy Rolls, so you know I'm in.
Oh, fun, yes.
So I'm going to put me down for this. You just got to say Juicy. And if you say rolls, done. I'm in. So,
all right.
Yeah, I don't know if it works with Juicy Boobs, but it works with Juicy Rolls. So,
True,
can you buy them individual by color and then buy fat pack?
Yes. So it's $300 for color and $1,000 for all of the colors.
Okay, perfect. I'm bracing myself. Ready to go.
Okay.
Up next, Glam Affair. Yoon? Is that how you would say it? Yoon?
Yes.
All right, Leluca Evo X Skin. I see two groupings, which can only mean velours there too. So you have Glam Affair and velour skin choices. So please tell the people how much per skin tone.
Yeah, I like that this one has a little bit of freckling on it. That's fun. So it's $800 for a color, and you can get a demo as well.
Okay, holding on tight. Up next, Panic. So Panic has Modern Boudoir.
Modern Boudoir.
3-piece set, 2 land impact for the bench, 1 land impact for the light, 1 land impact for the screen. Solo, duo animations, copy mod, no transfer, blanket metals, and colors. So you have some choices. And you can buy all of them or all of it, right? You can buy them individually or together, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and what are the prices?
So you can get the bench, $700, the screen divider thing for $200, the light for $200, sconce, sorry. It's too fancy to just be called a light.
Sconce.
You can get the entire boudoir set for $1,000.
All right. You've run down the pricing, so I'm ready to go. Wait, we're at the end. So, okay, so this means we're going to be going inner circle, which I am going to blank out so that I can put my frosty breath on and let my dogs in before they start kicking up more of a fuss. And they've been okay. They've been a little here and there, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to stay quiet long. I'm going to try to finish this video, and they're going to be scratching at the windows. I can't have that. So I'm going to fade us to black, and when we come back, inner circle.
Okay.
Tour. You have snacks.
Yes.
So we haven't gotten to it, but these snacks are available at the 50.
Yes, we're going to be talking about them real soon.
Okay, so we'll hold off. We'll do a little teaser. You can get these snacks, and I'll just keep helping myself to them as we move around.
Yeah, little teaser.
All right, so we are now at the inner circle. And our first one is Banana Banshee with eyes.
Banana Banshee.
And you have
Heather eyes.
Yeah. Oh, they look kind of galactic. They got like
They do. They've got little
stars.
sparkles in there. Might be good for either they've got a galactic look, or you could maybe rock it for, I mean, not necessarily you, because I like your eyes, but someone could rock it for like a New Year's.
Yeah, it's a very like sparkly eye.
Yeah.
So it works with classic avatars, Bomb Layer, Catois, and Leluca Evo X. So that's fantastic.
Well, Leluca Evo.
Evolution. Yeah, Evo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still think it works with Evo X because I think the
with
eyes
the
are, it'll still work. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get all of the eyes together, right?
Yes, you get all the eyes together. Most people, I think, are doing it via bomb these days rather than a player, but yeah. So it's Yeah, it's 140. You get all the eyes.
Okay, fantastic. And I can see that our teas didn't last very long. So, up next are my snacks from Lucas Lemeth. Chocolate dipped strawberries, mini cheesecakes. I think I've told you before, I love cheesecake. And just yesterday, I was eating strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
Yes, you were.
And it was delicious. So this just fits in. I can guarantee, you can vouch for me that I love strawberry cheesecake.
I can.
So
I can vouch for it very much.
So it's ZO Life compatible, which is a project we still haven't gotten into, but one day maybe. And yeah, so it's just obviously as Tour is modeling, it can be held. I'm sure if I clicked it, I could probably get one, right?
Yes, that's correct. So you can have this as a held server, a server that you place on as decor, or just a decor version.
And they are delicious. I would eat all of those up.
And
you would make sure I did.
I would encourage you, yes.
All right. Very good. Are we ready?
We are.
All right. And you already said the price, right?
Oh, no.
Did you?
$250?
And you might have. Yeah. All right. Up next, Ascendant. And they have... I'm not sure what it's called. But I know it fits Legacy, Maitreya, Reborn, Aurica, Gen X, Classy, and Kirby.
They're calling it the Laura set. So you've got a Laura top and a Laura sweater.
Sold individually by color or by fat pack. So there's two fat packs, the one for the little top and one for the sweater part.
Correct.
So how much does everything cost?
So tops and sweaters are each $250 each. And the fat packs of either one are $1,000. So $1,000 for the tops, $1,000 for the sweaters.
Okay, I have to say I love the hair the model's wearing in there.
The one on the left?
Yes. And I'm like, is that
a stealthic
hair? I feel like I do.
I think you've worn that.
I want to say that's a stealthic hair. So,
it looks like a stealthic hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is what I mean though about hairs like this, is that it looks really voluminous in a picture, but when you actually get to wearing it, it's rather flat. Like it looks voluminous, but it's not like 3-dimensionally voluminous. You know what I mean? It's like 2-dimensionally voluminous. So I still love it though. I love a hair like that.
Yes.
So it looks great. Okay, I think we broke down everything here, so I'm gonna brace myself as you yank me over to the next, which is 11. And 11 has Noelle. And it's a hoodie, dress, and panty. Hoodie? I don't see a hoodie. How is that a hoodie? Hoodie, dress, and panty?
It doesn't look like a hoodie.
I don't think so. So it's a top and a short, it looks like. So unless they didn't update their vendor text, I'm not sure. Are they calling this Noelle?
I think that's the case. That's also a good question. Yes.
Okay.
They are. They're calling it the Noelle sweater and Noelle boxer. Which is not a dress or a panty.
No. So they might have some other Noelle in their store, but they didn't fully update their vendor. So that's fine. I love the pinch of fabric into the ass, because that is totally what my ass would be doing to pants.
Yeah, just swallowing them up.
Absolutely. So, and then what's this at the bottom? Is that just it's just
you can just click through and you can actually.
Yeah. That's cute. Yeah, so it tucks up under the boobs there. I like that. And so you can get the colors individually or fat packs, and it fits Maitreya, Legacy, Cooper, and Reborn.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. I like it.
You haven't broken down the prices yet.
Sorry, I was just playing with the colors. Okay, it's $240 for a boxer or a sweater, and you can get all of the sweaters for $1,400 or all of the boxers for $1,400.
Okay, very good. So we are ready to go on to the next, which is Rosalind.
Rosalind, that's a lovely dress.
Yeah, here's another potential party dress. Is that Neva or Neva?
I would say Neva, but I could hear it either way.
Yeah, I could see that too. So I'm going to say the Neva dress because it sounds better than Neva.
Yeah.
So it works on Cupra, Legacy, Maitreya, Peach, which is the new body, and Reborn. It's available in 10 plus colors, and the Fat Pack includes the color HUD. And as always, they always encourage you to try the demo. But here you have your color choices and the Fat Pack. So will you break down the pricing?
Yeah, so it's $280 for a color or $1,800 for all of the colors. And I've been meaning, I need to circle back with Zipper to get her opinion on Peach because I believe it came out this month sometime.
Okay, because she made some skin for them.
She was working on a skin for them, and I'm curious what her thoughts are on the body itself. So yeah.
Okay.
It's not one we've yet looked at.
No.
All right.
All right, up next, Michonne. And you have Callie armlets. And left and right are both. You have some choices there of metals and gems. Gem HUD included, full colors change with the Fat Pack. Cupra, Legacy, Maitreya, Reborn. It doesn't look like soft arms, but it wouldn't really work with something like this. But I think this is lovely. Please put me down for this.
Yeah, I mean, you could rock they would complement your current outfit very well since you've got your arms bare.
Yeah, so you can buy them in colors of gold or mix or Fat Pack. So what are all those prices look like?
It's $285 for either of the packs down there, the like gold pack or the mix pack. And the Fat Pack is $375.
Okay, very good. I'm in. And we're off to Vici. And Vici has some nice eyeshadow. Is she calling it Tauve eyeshadow?
Tauve eyeshadow.
That's really nice. I love that's a party eyeshadow right there.
That's a party eyeshadow with the glitteriness.
The Luca Evo X. I'm gonna have to slap that on. And then so she's selling it in 3 packs. So you can get 3 packs the basic, or the Fat Pack, right?
Or dark. Yes.
Yeah. So how much does each cost?
So any of the packs are going to run you $250, and you can get the Fat Pack somewhere.
It's not the main one, the main vendor.
No, that's a demo. I don't know if you can get a Fat Pack. Yeah, it is. The main one is a big demo.
Okay, so you can buy them individually then.
Yes.
And how much did you say they cost each?
$250.
Okay, put me down for those because I can't pass up some Vici.
All right, you got it. Okay.
All right, so up next we have Granola. Oh, look at this.
This is colorful.
It is. So we've got, let me cam in here.
The Zuri Wall Art Collection.
Okay. So you can buy the Fat Pack and get all of this, right?
Yes.
Or you can buy them by their individual color, it looks like.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You buy. I was checking to see if you bought like each like set, but no, it's individual colors for individual pieces.
And the prices are?
Each individual piece runs $200, and you can get the Fat Pack of all of the things in all of the colors for $1,800.
Okay. Very good. Very festive. Very bright.
Very bright, very interesting. I like that it's like 3D art. That's kind of different.
It is.
You don't see that too often. All right.
Okay. Up next, we have Rain with their koala bear slippers. Those are adorable.
Cute and soft.
So they fit Legacy, Reborn, Cupra, Maitreya, Slink, Beliza, OG. I like that. The OG Beliza. And Beliza Gen X. And it looks like from the HUD, you can color the shoes independent of each other. So you have left, right, or both. And then you have those color choices in there. So, and can you buy them individually? Because I see them pictured there, but I also see Fat Pack. So
yes, you can buy individually is $300, or the Fat Pack is $900.
Okay. Sounds good.
Lovely, cute.
Up next, we have Rosary.
Rosary.
And Rosary has something called what? I don't see a name.
This is going to be called the Thermal set.
Okay. and it fits Maitreya, Legacy, Reborn with Juicy, and Cupra. It's high rise, so it's not going to be juicy rolls, but I like what I'm seeing. I like that top. I'm sure you do too.
Top too, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the bottoms too. I think they would really make your ass look amazing.
Yes, I'm sure they would. And so you buy them as a set, but in looks like 6 colors or a fabric.
Yes. And it's $250 for a set, or you can get all of the colors for $1,600.
Okay, put me down for that.
Okay, got it.
And now we're off to...
Gonna wrap around to
the
Le Filcas.
Ah, Le Filcas. It's Cassie. And she's still clothed.
Yeah.
Although, did she get into a fight? Like, what happened here? She's all scraped up.
Someone's probably upset that she's got too many clothes on.
Maybe. So
she has a hard life.
Clearly, as evidenced by the plush chair. Daviana is a sweater and skirt.
Yes.
And so you can buy all these colors. You can buy them individually by any one of these colors, or you can get a fat pack of the top or the bottom.
Right. So the sweater is $225. The skirt is $245.
Now, what I don't see on... Oh, no, here it is on the side of the bodies. Maitreya, Legacy, Reborn.
Yes.
So, and I don't think Reborn is going to be juicy.
Let me just check. So demo says not juicy.
Because the top is interesting to me.
Okay. Well, you can get the fat pack at the top for $14.50, and the fat pack at the bottoms for $15.25. I will put you down for demo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It is an interesting top. I agree.
It is. The skirt's a bit high for me and a bit pleated, but
yeah,
the top I'm interested in. All right, you have moved us along, which means we're at thirst. Oh, I'm thirsty. I am so thirsty for Jocked. So comfort boxer or bondi thong? Is that what that's called? Yep. I don't know male underwear terms.
Apparently that's called a bondi thong.
Well, you're a guy. You've never heard of that before?
I've never heard of it before.
Are you a boxers or a briefs guy?
I am a boxers guy.
Okay, I'm not surprised. So, you can get them both in one, or you can get them individually.
Yes. So you can get the boxers for $375, or the bondi thong for $375, or all of it for $600. So of course I've gotten all of it.
Of course, because
with which to entertain you.
Bondi thong is very much like a Speedo. And
yes.
let's see.
I may have to visit Thirst. And
you may. I would definitely encourage it. Like, I'm trying to look back at my channel right now to see how many extra days of Speedo you owe me. And it's, I think, the same as I told you last time, 45? Did I tell you 45 before?
I think so.
Okay, so 45 extra days.
Well, I mean, you have 45 subs above 100, but...
Which translates to 45 extra days.
In your head, maybe.
In La La Land.
In La La Land, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you picked that up. So fabulous. We're going to go to Thirst one day.
I definitely need to check out Thirst because, I mean, you know, more male makers is always welcome. And especially if they're making stuff I can entertain you with.
Yes. Now, I'm going to cam back for a second. And
okay.
Nope. Okay, I see where we're at. So I was confused by this middle piece that is just a 50 sign. But because usually there's a vendor here. But
sometimes there's a vendor here,
yeah. So, well, I think that's a nice touch. Instead of just leaving it like empty, that you just have the 50 signage. So,
yeah.
Now that little green elephant is a person? Is that an elephant? A koala? What is that? It's a puppy? What is that?
It looks like a green wannabe Stitch.
No.
It is called a Tookie avatar, which I've never heard of. Tookie?
What
Tookie.
Is that from a game or something?
Never heard of it.
Well, then it must not be from a game. It's cute. I was like, wait, what is that? Is that like a Baby Yoda? Like, what am I looking at? So... Okay, well, that little Tookie is in front of our next stop, which is Architect. which I think has some
I'm gonna go
decorative
over
wall
to it.
panels.
Yes. So Twiki is checking out the wall panels. I am, of course, interested in the wall panels. I love that they have this little baked-in lighting on them.
Uh-huh.
It's a very nice touch. You know, I would need to add my own lighting,
Of course.
but you can throw these onto a wall, as they've done here, just to break up kind of the flatness of it, because, you know, a lot of times your wall is just a flat surface all the way across, and if you don't want to clutter it with shelves or anything, this is a nice way to do it. 1 land impact per panel. You can just throw those panels at, you know, regular intervals and actually make your wall much more interesting to look at.
Agreed.
So
how much do they cost?
That's a great question. $255 for each of the panel. Wait, yeah, $225 for each.
Okay.
$255 for each of the panels.
You got
I don't
this.
know why
You got it.
Words are struggling. Okay. Gonna have to cam back a bit for this one.
Oh, right, because it's Ghoul, and Ghoul's got nips on display.
Ghoul's got nips on display.
Okay, so please tell me about the Ghoul since I am unable to push him.
Okay, so this is a top. It is called the Haugetsu top.
Okay.
And it is like a little bralette with chain going up and behind the neck. It is got like a netting for the bra cups, which are pretty much see-through. And let's see, they say, let's get ready for the real deal, shall we? Get the top, put it on, use the HUD, and boom, you're the best version of you could ever be. You are welcome. We don't make you pretty. We enhance your beauty and boobs.
I love their sales pitch.
I do too. I really do. So this fits Legacy, Perky, and Reborn. And you can adjust the shine of it, apparently. Okay. You can colorize the net. You can colorize it with netting, latex, and glitter. And individual colors are $329. And the full pack is $2,200.
Okay. Very good.
So, yeah.
Fun times.
Very good. Gonna chase this Tookie around the corner.
Around the corner, and we have contraption.
Ooh.
And they have a smexy hat called
That's
the
a very nice hat.
Pleasant.
It
hat.
is pleasant.
Very pleasant. Unrigged mesh hat, stretch, resizable single piece mesh, 9 colors in hat fabric, lining, and ribbon. Includes snow dust versions of the 9 colors, left and right ribbon tie versions included.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like that it has a snow dusted version. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm, definitely going to get this.
Of course.
I don't know. I'm sure some of my hairs will work with hats. I don't know which ones those are, because I tend to like kind of fluffier, messier hairs myself.
You do enjoy volume as well.
I do. But I'm sure I've got some that'll work with it. So, yeah, this is a fine, pleasant hat. I have a hat very much like this one in First Life too.
You have a lot of hats in First Life.
True, I have a hat tree in First Life.
Right next to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, very good. Thank you, contraption.
Yeah. All right. Up next, Apple Blossom. And they have Saphira?
Yes.
Saphira. Okay, so Saphira looks to be a sweater and legging or pant. Looks like a legging. Sweater, legging, and sock combination. And
yes.
yeah,
that appears to be the case.
This takes me back, as we've talked about before, I'm old, and I'm older than you. And I remember in my youth, let's see, it would have been 80s, 90s, that I would often wear like leggings or these like chunky, heavy socks that would just like push up just like it is in the display.
Yeah,
So,
they were also very popular through the 80s.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. 80s into 90s, I would wear socks like this. So takes me back. So you can buy them individually.
In wearing big push-up socks in Second Life?
I can, yeah. It'll take me back.
Yeah.
So I can get these leggings and the socks. I'm not real sure about that top because it's pretty bulky. I am bulky enough. But I can wear the leggings and the socks for sure. But how much?
You could throw on the bunny top maybe with it. Sorry, it is $225 for leggings. It is $225 for a top. It is $100 for the socks. And it looks like for the fat pack, you only have the option of fat pack, which is
so the fat pack is everything.
Everything, gotcha. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm in. I'm going to probably look at the leggings and the socks for sure.
Okay.
And I'll demo the top, but I know how that's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, bracing myself to be pulled along to Offline, and they have shoes that they're calling Coal Heels. They fit my Freya, Hourglass Legacy Cooper, and Reborn, and those are a nice, classy platform pump kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a very very classic style, very elegant looking. I like that it has these very deliberate angles in it. Near the front of the wedge and up there. Yeah.
So put me down for those. That could go very nicely with a New Year's Eve look as well.
Oh, certainly.
But they're definitely, more of your classic look anyway, so that's kind of something that could work any time of year.
With a lot of outfits, yes.
Yeah. So definitely. I'm definitely interested.
Great. Okay. And it's time.
It's time to talk about Valentina.E. So, Valentina, thank you for allowing me to wear your designs. Now, it's probably a bit more stretched out than you intended, but it still looks amazing. I'm just really glad that her design fits a curvy shape. So it's got, your wrinkles and stuff, but it totally makes sense. This doesn't look distorted in any way. So no, I'm very pleased with how her dress looks on me. And it just makes sense. All the wrinkles and stuff are in the right places, even for a big girl like me. And so you can get it in these color variations. You can see which one I'm wearing, but there are others. There's one I'm not seeing here because I had it on earlier, and you know the one. It's the olive and red. So I think there's some extra colors that come with the fat pack that are not being shown here. Because I was reading all these colors off to you, but that's the one that's missing is the olive and red one. So it must be in the fat pack. Well, but if people are going to buy it,
they probably include other colors in the fat pack.
Yeah. So what are the prices?
Right. So the Align dress, it is $300 for a single color. It is $11.50 for the fat pack.
And I'm just going to say, Valentina, please don't let this be a one-off. Because I have loved your designs when I was a skinny model. And I see your designs and I want to stuff my curvy self into them. But there's no way to do it without a reborn size. So I appreciate you including the reborn size. And I hope that you will continue to do that into the new year because I love your style. And that concludes my petition to Valentina.E. Thank you very much. So.
Absolutely.
All right.
I would second that petition because there's a lot of Valentina.E designs that I would love to see you in.
It's a very, it's sometimes it's very classic, but it's classic in a very stylish sort of way.
It is.
So it's not like frumpy, there's a difference. So
yeah, it strikes this interesting place where it's very fashiony, but without getting into the I'm in a catwalk fashion show fashion,
Yeah.
Where things just get a little too avant-garde.
Right. Very good. Look at you with your fashion terms.
Well,
Well, it's got to rub off after a while, right? But
I suppose.
yeah, avant-garde is definitely not your style.
No.
So you just like to be. I like to be stylish without going over the stylish cliff. You know, like falling into avant-garde. I don't live my second life in avant-garde, although some people do. And I'm not, no shade, because you can do whatever the fuck you want in a second life, and that's fine. So if you want to live avant-garde 24/7, you can.
And you know, while I don't like it in fashion, I actually do enjoy it in both art and music.
That's interesting.
Not to decorate my own house with, but I like to analyze it. I appreciate it. I like to look at it and think on it. Because usually when you're getting into that, you're making some sort of statement. And that's true of the fashion as well. I just don't know how to read fashion. Whereas I know a bit more about how to read music and art to some degree. So anyway.
Well, the conversations we get into while shopping.
Yeah, so
all right.
This is wrong.
This is wrong, and they have, what am I looking at?
So this is the
icicles
body
tattoo.
Yes, yeah, on the hands, shins, neck.
Okay, so we have aqua and blue, black, dark red, violet, pink, and green ice. So you can have icicles. That's fun.
Yeah, and I do, you know, when they make stuff like this, I do, as we are recording this, have to say, appreciate you putting clothing on your bottle.
I was thinking that. So I'm right there with you. Because they didn't have to be dressed.
They don't have to, and when you're doing like body tattoo stuff, I get it. You want to show the whole thing off, but man, it does make it awkward for recording. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. I also appreciate that they have the maze version. So maze, usually, now maze, so that's soft thighs and soft arms. But I'm looking at it going, well, it doesn't go up to the thighs. And it doesn't go up to where soft arms would be. So I'm a little confused. But it's probably because maze makes other things that I'm maybe not aware of.
Could be.
So.
Could be.
It's interesting. Because I'm looking at the model going, I get it, but it doesn't go there. So.
Yeah.
So. Unless maze makes a fat ankles mod.
Well, okay, no, I'm looking at the bigger picture, and I think there's a little bit of dusting, a little bit of tinting and shading that goes down.
I don't know.
Like, I'm looking especially at the right arm, you can see it pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's just hard to tell in the other pictures.
It is just, the ones down below, it's very hard to tell, but I think that there is a little bit more going on, so.
Okay, well, there you go. You got your maze version too, if you're a maze girl like I am most times.
Yeah, so it's 400 for color, it's 600 for all of the color, and it's 69 for the maze add-on.
Very good.
All right,
up next is Lulubi, and she's got a fun hat. This, I was just calling it mesh hat. It probably has a name. But you get it in individual colors or fat pack. And then you have, what is this down here? Texture options. Is that for, why is there two texture options things?
Sorry.
I know you were getting a call.
Yeah, it's the Gwen hat. And you were asking why are there two? It's because one of them is to test.
Oh, the hat. And the one is just is for visual to see. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you control the star?
Can you control the star?
So I see you changing the colors of the hat, but the star stays the same color?
There might be a different way to change. I don't see how to change the.
So each pack comes with a color details changer HUD.
Okay, so there's probably a separate HUD. Yes, I can. Okay, that's what the little planchette.
You remembered what it was called.
It's the color changer for the star. So each of them comes with that.
Gotcha.
But the hat color changer is only for the fat pack.
I'm gonna have to wear this hat. This is an adorable hat, so it's good I'm picking up hat here. because
Yes,
I just
it's
love
super
the little
cute.
details, like even that little cloud hanging off the
Oh, yeah.
brim. Like,
That is adorable.
I love it. I'm gonna have
And
to
it would
wear
go
this.
well with your blessing dispenser cloud.
Yes. Also Lulubi.
Also Lulupi.
Yes. So put me down for that. And how much can people buy it for? You can buy it individual colors or the fat pack, correct?
You can buy individual colors for 200. You can get the fat pack for 1300. I just realized that the planchette controls not only the star, but you can also color that
Oh, the little cloud.
the cloud separately. Yeah.
Aww.
So very good.
I love
Very
that.
fun.
Very cute.
Yes.
All right. Ready for the next, which is Funky Stench.
Yes.
And it looks
Funky
like,
stench.
I don't know what they're
Looks
calling
like
this. It's horns
horns
and
with
like
dreads.
dreads.
Yes. So this is going to be called Hounds.
What?
Hawns. Hounds.
Hounds. Okay. And so this is very unique, as Funky Stench tends to be. They're out there.
Yeah.
They are all the way
Yep.
out there, which
Yes.
I enjoy because, you know, why be more of the same, right?
Mhm.
So you get all these colors. And is it just a one purchase thing? So
It
you
is
have
just
buy.
a one purchase thing,
and
and
so
this
you-
is only $350.
Wow. So you get all those color dreads, you get all those color horns, and then you get the accessory and colors. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm getting this. I don't know if it's the model in me where it's just like I see something unique and I want it, because almost every time Funky Stench has something out, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Have
no,
I worn it yet? No. Do I have? Will I have an opportunity at some point? Probably.
Probably. Yeah, no, I love this. I am curious. It doesn't say, I don't see, but I'm curious if it includes the hair base, because that would be a more unique hair base for this, but they probably have that at their store.
They
If not-
probably do, or a number, like even with Liluka, for example, they have hair bases
Mhm.
that could work with this, that you could maybe tint and color match. So if they didn't, the head itself, if you're wearing Liluka,
True.
may have that for you. So, but you're right. You should probably check the store to see.
I like that they have a lot of different like gradient options for the hair too.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're partial to horns as well, so
Yes.
the horn feature is nice. So I will probably rock this at one point. I can already even think that I'd probably rock it with even like an RP character that I have.
Oh yeah,
So,
I can see that.
Who's already wearing dreads, so
Yeah.
I could see working it. So thank you, Funky Stench.
Very good.
All right, you ready for the next? And
Yes.
it is Skull.
Skull.
And it's
Skull.
called The Others. 3 prints as a Fat Pack exclusive. Available to purchase by print or Fat Pack. And so,
okay.
do we have all the prints here? So you've got your 666, Spiderweb, Spooky Babe, Sinner, 13, Hop Magic. Is that what it says? Ho Magic. That's not a P, that's an E.
Oh, magic.
You've got your inverted pentagram, and then you've got your
Throwing up the horns.
horns hand. All right, so this is like if you're Halloween all the time, I think. But
Yeah.
Fat Pack or individual. So what are the prices?
It's $250 for a shirt. It is $17.50 for all of the shirts, and that gets you 3 additional patterns.
Oh, let me see what they are. I'm gonna cam in on those. So that's
Creep It Real,
and
Behexen,
Behexen and Crypt
Okay.
Keeper.
Crypt Keeper. Yeah.
Fun.
Okay.
All right. Up next is Oh My.
Oh my.
And here we are with Jolene. And like I said, I'm using all the Jolenes, even though the one with the leg movement puts my hand into my body. The leg movement was what I was after. So I think this was a fun set. And I think my only ask to Oh My, because Oh My has actually commented in our video once, which I was, whenever there's a designer commenting, I'm always all about it. And so my only ask for Oh My would be curvy. Because clearly, look at her model. It's very skinny.
Yeah. True.
But like Lyrium tosses in the curvy ones, and sometimes they toss in curvy plus. So I just like to see the curvy options. So maybe Oh My might consider that. But like I said, I often with Oh My, I am willing to overlook, like right now, some hand into body because I just love the pose so much. So
Yeah, a lot of the Oh My poses are incredibly nice, but just your hand is sunk in a bit too far
into my fat. Which means, see here, look, you see my hand is in my body?
Yeah.
And I don't care for this one, because normally I wouldn't do that, but this leg movement, I'm in love.
Right.
So it's just like pretend.
But it would be nice if they just gave you a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what Oh My is saying though? I need to go to the gym.
They're wrong.
So I'm going to finish my writing project. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get a trim.
No. Not allowed.
Perfect. Perfect timing for that. For the belly slapper you made, well, you altered to make even more entertaining.
And got the sounds for it and everything.
Yep. Okay, but back to Oh My. So, Jolene, can they buy the poses individually? Because I just bought all of them. I just see Oh My and I'm like, sold. So
you can get the poses individually, yes, for 100, or you can get the fat pack of all the poses for 300.
Okay, that's a deal. So definitely do that. And tour is on the move, which means we're ready for the next, which is RAR.
Our final stop is RAR.
That's not their normal logo. I was thrown off for a second. I'm like, that can't be RAR.
That's RAR.
That's RAR. I wonder if they're updating their logo. Because you see it in the picture. That's what it normally looks like. So, anyway, they have Catharsis Human Evo X earrings at the top. And then they have, is it the cow version at the bottom? Yep.
Yes, that's correct.
And how much are they each?
So you can get one of these for $225 and you get all the colors.
That's lovely.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So
put me down.
Yeah, I figured you would try it. Like, it is a bigger earring, but I think it's fun anyway.
Yeah.
So
was this our ultimate?
This was our final stop, our ultimate stop, yes.
Okay, so before you move, don't move yet, because I know you're like always on the go. You're going to get us into position for closing thoughts?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay, so let me fade out before you start moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fading now. And we're ready for closing thoughts. So, I have helped myself to some strawberry cheesecake, as you can see. And it's delicious. And I had told you after I had styled myself, after we saw what was available at the Flifty, as I like to call it, and we put the outfits together, I said, I'm having a flashback. And I didn't tell you what the story was.
No, you wouldn't tell me what it was, and I've been curious this whole time.
So I'm going to tell the story now. And I actually have a slide ready. And what I should have done is link you. So let me do that. Because I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to bring up my Seraphim on the side here. Nobody's seeing it yet. I'm going to link you and then tell the story. So here's the link just for you. And I haven't brought up the Seraphim website yet, but I'm actually probably just going to leave it up here on the side. So let me get my camera. You can see some similarity. So you're already laughing and I haven't told the story. So let me go to my OBS here and switch over to my Seraphim window. So now the Seraphim window's up. So when we were putting the outfits together, you can see, because you've already seen why I had a flashback.
Yep.
So, but it's a flashback to my modeling days, where basically the gist was, and I'm not showing the picture yet, I'm going to tell the story. So as everyone who's ever watched our videos for any length of time knows, that, I was an SL model, like before I met you. And when I met you, I was basically I had already kind of given it up because I was transitioning to another avatar to find some more excitement in my second life, which I did. It didn't take me very long to find some excitement. So, that's my MO through Second Life. I have a variety of alts. When I do something with one avatar for a period of time and it peters out like things do, then rather than take that same avatar into the next adventure, I tend to just leave that avatar in its current adventure, just in case it picks up again and switches over to another avatar. And so, because I made a bunch at the beginning, because I thought I did something wrong, and then I met someone who was all about alts, and so then I made alts, and for the longest time, they all had the same first name, as you know. So I wasn't even like trying to hide it. They were all named Faith. In my modeling, the peak of my modeling, like one of my modeling goals was to be on Miss Virtual World. And so that was my goal, and it took me some tries. Like, I think I made the cut like after the third round. Like, it was like, no, okay, we'll let Silly in. So I got in, I was all excited, and it was 2015 because I was Miss Virtual Puerto Rico 2015. And then I get to the finals, like I'm in the finals, and ultimately I made the top 10. I might have been 10th. I don't know. I can't remember right now, but I made the top 10. That's as close to it as I got. But as these fashion show things happen, you have different themes and, you know, whatever. And I forget, and maybe on the picture it tells the story of it, perhaps, when I show it. But I did an outfit that was hues of blue because Puerto Rico is an island in the Caribbean, and I was trying to capture the water. So that's what the styling was about. So I'm going to go ahead and show the picture so that I can ask you questions. So I'm going to switch over to this tab. So here it's now up. My formal, it was the formal. And so here, the script is there. See? So the script is there. So I was Priscilla S. Avro, because remember I told you before I had to change my name. I couldn't just be Silly Avro, because that's the avatar's name. I had to be Priscilla S. Avro. And so I'm representing Puerto Rico because, let's see, if I skim through this here, and I had to write all this myself, but it was basically, I was trying to capture the feeling of water and the Caribbean and things like that. And so in so doing, as you can see, I have very similar hues to kind of what I'm wearing now. But the kicker, the one thing that people really picked up on when this was because, you know, they live streamed this and it was on YouTube, was the comments was like, oh my God, she has blue lips. Like it was just like one of the like harshest critique that I had seen when I was doing this was like, ew, blue lip. Why does she have a blue lip? It's like, that was the reaction.
What?
And yes.
That's odd.
Yes. And so blue lip, blue hair, like they just didn't like it. And I thought it all went very much together. And I still stand by it.
Yeah, you should.
So to me, that looked like the waves of the Caribbean. And that just really, that's what I wanted to capture. And so when putting this look together today, this is where my flashback went.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm not sure where that comes from because, like, lipstick is, there's not a right color to use with lipstick. You use it to, like, accent and augment your style. It's like a you know, very juicy red lip is not like a natural lip color either. It's it's makeup. I'd
have to go back and see who actually won that year because I honestly don't remember. But I do remember the takeaway being it was more like a classic beauty, air quotes, right?
Okay.
So I think I was a bit too out there. Like this look might have done me in, but I was always a little bit out there. And
they didn't understand your genius.
And like I said, I had this dress created for me, as you can see from the credits, by Lyrical Bazaar, and she was amazing. And I think she captured it beautifully. The train of the skirt looked like waves of the ocean. She caught it. And I was definitely, I still stand by it. So I hope that's where, you know, people can see the connection where my flashback went when I was a long, skinny, stretched out model. And this is before mesh anything. So that's like no mesh head as far as I recall. Maybe I don't remember. I don't think so because I remember getting the Lucas Simone, the first model, a little while after this. And so I'll put the link in the description if people want to explore what that look was like for me. But this was my other life before I met you.
Yeah, when you had an aversion to eating, apparently.
Yeah, not allowed. So So that was my story. But then the other thing I wanted to discuss with you is that usually at closing...
Before you do, I want to comment because since you sent me the link, I've just been kind of kicking around your Flickr a little bit. And what I find interesting is you have very close to that one 2 other styles where you are rocking the blue lips. One is where you're showing off the Madrid Solo Glacial, which I think is like face paint or eyeshadow or something, and you've got blue lips there. And one in the other direction, an earlier one, is the Peace on Earth Dulce set, where you've got some light blue lips. So
I'm just, now you have me scrolling my my pictures because I can here, which is funny because not too far after that there's a sunset, which is me being short again because I was stretched. This is a shorter picture of me, and then you'll see if you scroll my Flickr toward the ends that I did start adopting more of that curviness. But so you're right. I do. Madrid Solo was amazing makeups. I don't know if she still makes makeups anymore, but she was the go-to for fashion makeups. And the Glacial one was one of my favorites. So I don't know if I'm partial to a blue lip, but
it stands out for sure.
Yeah. So that's me on the vendor actually for Madrid Solo. So
nice.
Yeah. So there you have it. But so I was going to launch into the next thing. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. So normally during closing thoughts, we have you share some things with us from First Life, and this time because we're going to be flipping tomorrow, and it sounds, if I understand right, you've chosen to hold off on First Life closing thoughts because we're flipping tomorrow.
Yeah, we
sorry, I'm dealing with a cough, which is why I keep muting because I'm dealing with that. But so you and I had, again, we do a lot of talking around how we're going to put the video together, and I was realizing you bring a lot of First Life topics to the end of the video, so I was thinking I could bring some Second Life videos to the beginnings of the videos to kind of balance it out. So you and I were talking that through today. And you're like, I'm going to hold off on my closing thoughts till tomorrow. And probably because, again, it's so close, right? Doing this to tomorrow. So you have some things in mind that you want to talk about, but you're going to hold it for tomorrow. But then that might make us lopsided on the Second Life sort of thing. So we'll eventually work that out. But you might have to do some talking for me because my cough is really like at the edge.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and tab over to... the Second
Life year in review.
Yes. So I'm going to toss that up now. So there's some things in this post that I've found to be of interest. So can you walk us through that while I mute and cough and cough and cough?
Yeah. So the first thing that they mention in this, and which I also would love to comment on, is the return of Philip this year. Philip Rosedale coming back to Second Life as not like the CEO of it this time, but as a strategic advisor. Of course, I joined SL quite some time ago. You joined also quite some time ago. Philip was very like tied into Second Life and gave a lot of sorry, my voice is going
now. It's your turn. So actually I had a question because I thought he was coming back as CEO, but he's not. So who is the CEO right now? Do I need to Google that?
I will Google that.
Because usually it's very well known who it is. And I know, the previous CEO, was it Ebby? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he had passed away.
Right.
And so, but I don't remember off the top of my head who had come in after him. I remember.
It looks like, I'm trying to find that out. Keep going.
Well, I can find that out while you talk on Philip Rosedale, because I don't know how much I have to say about that. I thought he came back as CEO. I stand corrected. He's strategic advisor.
if it is as CEO, it doesn't say it here. I think he was just coming in as an advisor. I know that the CEO, Ebby, died a couple years ago, passed away. So I'm not sure who
correct.
the current one is. But anyway, so Philip took Second Life, up through its growing pains, and there were a lot of them. This was kind of a foray into virtual worlds on a more ambitious scale than we had seen to date. Now, obviously, technology has surged ahead, and there have been several other experiments. Most notably, in recent years, is Meta, which is floundering and is stuck in many of the same mistakes and hurdles and roadblocks that Philip and his team kind of guided Second Life through in the first several years of this grid's existence. It's not an easy feat. This is a very strange, niche sort of thing that Second Life occupies. It's because it's not a game, and it's obviously much more complex than just text chat. So and the main charm of it, and I think also the reason why Sensar struggled, is everything in it is like user created and user controlled, and we really have the freedom to fully express ourselves. And that was always kind of a guiding principle of Second Life, I think.
Yes, and I think I found out who the CEO is if I plug it in. If I scroll down, it's on Linden Lab. So, management, executive chairman, Brad Oberwager.
Oberwager?
I don't know.
Oberwager is fun.
Oberwager?
Wagger
would be 2 G's, so you're right, wager.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. That's who the CEO is now. So.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
Very glad to have him back. As we're going through this, there were a couple technical things that are currently rolled out on a small scale for testing and development. One of those is puppetry. Now, puppetry is going to bring Second Life a little bit more in parity with like VR chat. VR chat, of course, has taken off. It's been phenomenally successful. It also allows users to create a lot, but it also is very hooked into having you directly like puppet your avatar. So without using poses and stuff, it uses either webcams with facial tracking, or I think some people use a full body tracker with like they have various rigs for doing that.
Well, I feel like you've made comment to this. I don't know if you've made comment to it on video or just in conversation with me off video.
Just in conversation.
Where you were hoping something like this would come into play, so our avatars could actually move like we move.
Yes.
I'm excited about that too.
Because that's where a lot of virtual worlds are going. That's one of the most popular aspects of VR chat. And I think that Second Life, bringing that technology into Second Life, is going to, bring it up to speed with where current tech is. Given the way that animations work, I think that it'll work quite smoothly. The initial tests seem promising. There are still some hiccups. I think that they have a bit more work to do to make the facial recognition and rigging pick up a little bit easier, because right now there's still there's still a fair bit of front-loaded work to actually like map your face and your hands and stuff so that it actually reads you effectively. Because right out of the box, if you just set it up and grab a camera and just go, it struggles a bit, and it's a little bit jerky. But this is, as an early implementation, I think this is a great start, and I think we may see that rolled out more fully this coming year.
That would be nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it also lists event regions, which I feel like we've experienced, because I've noticed some regions get up a lot higher than I'm used to seeing in the past. So it's really nice to see that, you can have a bigger event and not like have it crash on you constantly.
Yeah, and this is great, especially for things that literally are event regions. So there are several like annual events where they don't need the sim up most of the year, and then when it's event time, they need to be able to take on the load. So they spin it up. It goes from 100 now to 175 avatar limit, and also has a script boost along with it, which is just, with that many more avatars, you're going to need the extra script load. So this is a great addition for sure.
And then we have both enjoyed Premium Plus.
Yes.
And I am very pleased to report that I still have not maxed out 140 groups, which I thought I was going to do.
Yeah.
But I still, I think, maybe have like 19 or something available. So it's good to have a fair amount of groups. But like it says even in the post, it's, they offer different levels of Second Life so everybody can find something that fits for their usage.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the post... Go ahead.
I also have very, very much been enjoying Premium Plus and the perks that come with it.
Any perk in particular, or just the groups?
Just the groups.
Yeah. I still think like even getting into full event regions, I've enjoyed. But a sim is really full when you can't even get in with Premium Plus.
Yes.
Like all the Premium Plus slots are taken.
It doesn't happen often, but
it does. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm Premium Plus. I should just be able to get in whenever I want. No, not always. So,
so they list a bunch of things here, but the main one that I want to mention in the 2023 roadmap, 100% the main one that I have to say, and they mention it a few times in here, they call it reflection probes. But what it is a mirrors. We actually are theoretically going to get functional mirrors in Second Life.
Oh, that's a big one. Because people have been making like a workaround for mirrors the whole time.
Weird workarounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some people don't even try. Like, it's just, this is a mirror. You don't see yourself in it. But, it's a mirror.
Yes.
So, no, I didn't know that that's what that meant. That is
that's
exciting.
What that means.
That's huge.
Reflection probe is a texture that renders a reflection of things that are in its plane of sight. Like, that's what a reflection probe
is
doing.
That's a really clear way to put it.
Yeah. I think that they're wording it that way to not get people maybe too excited, because there might be some limitations to it, but it's going to be more than we have now.
It's
and
a
feature
step
that
in
has
the
been
right direction.
As long as you and I have been in it.
Right? And like, I just think of all the different ways like photographers work it to get a reflection in their pictures, and
take a photo, render that photo onto a texture, place it on that surface just to make it look, or all the situations where people put a copy of furniture underneath
upside down.
Floor.
Yes. We've seen it in stores. I've seen it in fashion shows where you're like using up all these extra prims to get a reflection.
Yep.
Wow, so, that's huge.
Yes. So that should be coming in 2023. We'll see how that actually goes.
What
they list a bunch of...
Yeah, well, what jumped out at me about the others was the LSL. Isn't that the scripting language?
Yes.
So is there anything of note there, Mr. Scripter?
There is. So we have gotten a taste of one of these features already.
Oh.
which is the link set structured data.
Please explain.
And yeah, I will.
I'm like, I have no idea what that means.
Okay, so normally there are two ways of storing data in Second Life. One is to store it entirely in script memory, which is awful, eats up a lot of script memory. You lose it all if the object has to be reset for any reason. It's not great, it's not reliable, etc. But like that's the easiest way of storing data, is just store it in script memory and hope you never have to reset the script. So if you have a piece of furniture which has like a list of people who can use it or something like that, and you ever have to reset that, your list is gone. You have to rebuild it. You know, I'm sure people have run into that before. Or say your body HUD, if you have set like various settings in a particular way, if you reset all your scripts, your settings typically are going to have to be reset. You know, these sorts of things. So that's one way of storing them, just in the script memory. The other way is that we've worked with is experiences. With an experience, you can also access experience stored memory per avatar, which has its own limitations because it is only functional in areas that support that experience, more or less. So if you're trying to bring that script somewhere else, it's not going to work out so well. But places where you see that is like in a lot of the Mad Peas things, or various some of the newer hunts scripts and things. Basically anywhere where you have some sort of interactive thing where you arrive, you get a HUD attached, and it stores a bunch of data about your time there that you can come back to anytime you come back. It's able to know that because it has like that archival memory of the stored for your avatar for that experience. And that's great, but it also is limited to experience aware areas that support that particular experience. So it's pretty much only going to be for like your sim events sort of things.
And I love it when you talk scripty.
It does give people a lot more storage, but it has those limitations. Now, link set structured data. It's a little, I'm trying to think of what a good layman's term to use to describe this, but basically it gives you kind of a bit of a database on a per object level.
Okay.
Kind of. Where the where a script can access this and it gives you basically the ability to have a database. More or less, you can have a table of keyed data that is stored in the object parameters, like in the asset. Okay. And your script then doesn't have to glut its own memory up. It puts the request in to the object that it's part of and says, hey, I want to look up this value. And the object is like, okay, let me check my parameters. Here's the value for you. Okay. And then you can do something with that, but it's not stored in memory. So if you imagine like a visitor list or a guest book or something, right? Guest book is a great example because people will show up, they'll want to write a little message. Well, guess what? You can only store so much of that in your script memory. It keeps bloating and bloating and bloating as more and more things get written into it, right? And plus it's all lost if you ever have to reset the script. Well, with the link set data, you could write all of that into this little key value pair in the object. You could reset the script without any issues. It keeps that tied to the object, and then you can request that information whenever you need it, sort of thing.
Well,
so,
if anyone didn't believe you weren't a scripter, they believe now. Because I don't know that you've ever spoken as much on scripting in any of our videos. Although, you've touched on it here and there, but you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. This is a workaround that I have used personally for storage, is to rely entirely on an external server, which gluts up the script with HTTP requests, which is a lot slower than just yanking data directly out of the object. So
is this something already in play, or this is coming next year?
Yes, with an asterisk. So it has been enabled in select regions for testing.
Gotcha.
The big caveat to that is if an object which you're testing this with is brought to a region which does not support it, it loses all of its data currently.
Oh, okay.
Now, eventually they will roll it out to all of the regions, but basically this is an extension to the asset server to allow objects to store this extra data. So every object can store this extra data. So when you bring an asset to a region outside of that, it no longer has that extra information available to it. It basically just gets lopped off because it has no way of knowing what that is, and objects are constantly restored to the asset server. So yeah, it's that's just something to keep in mind with it. But that's the one I'm most excited about.
I can tell.
You do not know how many weird, funky workarounds we've had to do just to have anything resembling persistence in scripting. And it will not only save so much script memory, but it also will speed script responsiveness up considerably because of that. So I'm thrilled about that. So yeah, I'll stop geeking out about that. But
you're having a geeky moment for sure, and I love it. So are there any things in the 2022 highlights that you wanted to touch on?
I love that they got a partnership with Casper Tech.
Yes, that was big.
Yeah.
That was towards the bottom, right?
Casper Tech is, I know it's toward the bottom.
No, I'm just trying to scroll to it. Yeah.
Casper Tech is like pretty ubiquitous. I know there are other options out there, but Casper Tech's system was so kind of seemed pretty bulletproof and seems to work very, very well. And tying into that and actually working directly with Casper Tech, I'm a little bit hopeful that maybe they will use some of Casper Tech to improve the marketplace itself.
How so? What do you mean?
So, like, there are bits on the marketplace that okay, if you go to the Casper Vend redelivery webpage, right? You can very easily search by date, you can search by store, you can search, by the name of something that maybe you bought, and then you can smack the redelivery button and such. To actually do the same thing in the marketplace, looking through your purchase history feels very clunky by comparison. So that's an improvement I would love to see, is Casper Vend's purchase history in the marketplace.
That's a valid point. I agree with that. I see where you're coming from.
Because the order history is just not the same. I know you can search, but
but hopefully you remember what it was called.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. It does not feel the same at all.
No.
So just some things there. I'd also love to see stuff you buy in the marketplace kick over into Casper Vend's system. you know, if they're integrating to that level, I think that would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
All right, very good. Were there any other things there? I think. Oh, you know what jumped out to me was the Metaverse Fashion Week. I was like, there was, you know, because it made me think of Coco, and you know how she had her real world connection to Vogue, and the fact that they're still doing this sort of thing in Second Life. Like, you know, I could see this when Second Life was all the rage, you know, back in 2003 or whatever its heyday was. It's 2003 is when it started, but the heyday, like the peak where everybody had, you know, like all the brands had representation in Second Life because it was the place to be for a while. But to see that they've actually had a fashion week, I'm kind of bummed I missed it. That's why one of the things I also want to be sure of, this is why I'm bringing this to our videos, is to be dialed into the Second Life news. Because I don't want to miss exciting things that are happening, like I would have enjoyed trying to check out the fashion week. You know, being a former SL model, I still have interest in that sort of thing. And then to have, you know, real world designers, real magazines, you know, all of that in Second Life, I think that's huge given the time period we're in. You know, like when a lot of people will say, and have been saying for years, Second Life is dead, whatever, which we know that's not true. But to have like a resurgence, and it kind of, maybe this is going back to what you were talking about with Meta, right? Yep. So to have this resurgence of interest in a virtual world that has been pretty constant. I mean, really, like I've not been here since the beginning. I've been here since 4 years into it, but that's still a significant amount of time. And I wouldn't say that there's ever been, you know, a dip or a drop off in Second Life in that time. I feel like they're making it better all the time. Yeah,
and that is definitely one of the key parts of its longevity is they are constantly listening to the community and implementing things as they're able to. I understand it is a very complicated system that is difficult to add on to, but they do continue to do that.
And I would say the only period of time where I felt like there was ever any worry was when Sansar came about. And even then, I still wasn't on the sky is falling boat. Like, because it seemed to me just kind of, I don't know, asinine comes to mind to think that Linden Labs would throw away Second Life in favor of Sansar. To me, it just didn't make sense when you already have a very successful virtual world to scrap it and go to something different. But I get, you know, there's VR and all that, but not everybody's there yet.
Well,
right?
So and there's another part of that which I think people like Zuckerberg miss, which is I don't want to be locked into a VR headset.
Same. Yeah, I don't even have one.
Well, not only do I not have one, but you and I are constantly flinging links back and forth in Discord. We're bringing up websites. We're doing other things that wouldn't really be an option or nearly as convenient behind a set of VR headsets.
Yeah.
There is still, like, this is keyboard and mouse and monitor is still the most comfortable way to interact, in my opinion, with a virtual world. Technically, you can get a little bit more immersive in VR, but you're restricting yourself to only focus on that, and I don't think that it's there yet for that kind of immersion. I'm sure some people feel the need for it, but I don't, because I like to do a whole bunch of other things on my other monitor simultaneously all the time.
Same. Like, I don't really have a strong interest in VR. I'll read about it and I'll see things about it. And it's like, I don't want to be shut off from my first life when I'm doing Second Life. You know, like... So,
before I lose this thought, I apologize, but the main thing that I think, like, I keep bringing up Meta, and the reason that I brought up the wanting to do things on a separate monitor is one of his things that he's really trying to push is somehow using Meta in conjunction with working remotely. And I'm like, how? If I'm locked into this VR headset, how am I writing code? Like, what am I actually...
Maybe your avatar's writing the code.
Sure, but like I need my window open for the website that I'm coding. I need my debugger. I need my like actual IDE for writing the code. I need a bunch of other windows open that I'm interacting with a keyboard and mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And VR and a headset is not going to enhance that in any way. So I don't know how that works with work.
Yeah.
And this is, like I said, this is something that Second Life has already treaded the ground on. They tried initially to make themselves like a remote office for workers, and it doesn't fill that niche. You can do it for like a presentation, and like an interactive presentation or something in World, and you can do that. We've seen very successful like meetings and demos and auditoriums and stuff.
Yep. And I used to be involved with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So with teachers, so they'd be on in Second Life showing each other different like websites and Web 2.0. That's how old that was. Showing that to other educators to help improve the practice. And I've even given presentations on that sort of thing in Second Life in an auditorium full of avatars that are teachers, or teachers of middle school or high school, or even university will have their students in Second Life to build things to help enhance their education. So the whole virtual sandbox sort of thing, just like you can do with Minecraft. So a little different, but same idea, right? So, so that's why, when I think about something like Sansar, I don't want to say like I was just one of the people who didn't really think Sansar was going to take off, and it didn't. But I didn't even have an avatar until I was made to make one because the theater I was involved in thought that they might be doing a play in Sansar, which they didn't do. So I have created an account, but I never even have logged into it because I wasn't about even trying it out. I had no interest. I didn't want to support it. I already had something that I know and like, and I wasn't going to migrate. So, and I know I wasn't alone, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm just thrilled that they're refocusing and doubling down on Second Life as a platform.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So then if I scroll down to the rest of this, I think that was probably, was there anything else on here? Then it goes into Happy Holidays. They did launch their Second Life University, which I think is good to help people understand, but if you're like you and me, you had to learn it the hard way. So I'm glad they've improved that new user experience. It really has come a long way.
Yeah.
You sound like you're not 100% on that, but it has. It has come a long way.
Yeah, it has.
So.
I suppose there's two other things that I would mention.
Okay, go for it.
Briefer, for sure.
Okay.
One, we were talking about Premium Plus earlier.
Yes.
And I want to highlight in here that one of the limitations in the past to buying a homestead region was always that you had to first own a full region, and then you were entitled to purchase a homestead region. Premium Plus gives you the ability to purchase a homestead region. Homestead regions they're much more affordable and easy and great for if you just want like a homestead. And of course, Stratagem initially was a homestead region.
But you had it upgraded.
I did have it upgraded. And thank you, Kala, for helping with that, because when I did get that, I had to purchase it through Kala. I didn't own a full region, so I was not entitled to buy a homestead region.
Wait, let me ask now, do you own Stratagem?
No, she still does.
Oh, okay.
Just mainly because I haven't bothered to transition it. We could sometime, but it's not really necessary.
Yeah.
But if I could have purchased it at the time, I would have. And the other thing is the Second Life added multi-factor authentication, which I do encourage most users to add to their accounts. it's you know, it helps against getting your account hacked and whatnot. So even if somebody gets your username and your password, they can't get in without your MFA. So that's been long requested, because that's kind of the future of security, to logging into things. And so I do definitely recommend that for folks, if you haven't already, because it is now available after many years of requests.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So have we picked apart this Second Life news blog post?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. So we won't have anything to talk about tomorrow, but you're going to have some First Life content for us tomorrow.
Yes.
And then as we get back into the rhythm of our, our fliffs, and it's not really out of rhythm, really. It's just with the flifty, it pops up, and then, it's a busy weekend. But,
it is.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on the Second Life blogs to make sure that I'm not missing out on any news that I can share with our people, because I don't know how many people actually follow the Second Life blog or the forums. I like to check in on that as much as possible, because I like to be aware of what's going on in my virtual world.
Exactly.
So,
Same.
all right, so I'm going to put my website away. I've had it up this whole time. And so then that brings us to thank yous.
It does.
Okay, so as always, I want to thank all 145 subscribers. Thank you. And then I was looking at our analytics data, and there's a large percentage of people who watch our videos who have not yet subscribed. So I want to encourage those people, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please join our community officially. I mean, everyone's welcome, subscriber or not. But, just feel free to subscribe. I appreciate comments, likes, shares. Thank you for all that. Very grateful, especially as this year comes to a close. February next year will make 1 full year of this for us. And I think that we have been on the rise. Ever since you laid down that gauntlet on the Speedo, I think things just took off. Like, that was the motivation I needed to really make it happen. So I'm just very grateful for the community we've been able to grow. We've been hitting a lot of milestones. YouTube keeps telling me that. And so I'm very pleased, and I appreciate everyone out there. So thank you all for watching our videos.
Yes, thank you very much. And we will be sure to see you tomorrow for Fliff.
Yep, I can't wait.